Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, old and young, big and small, in and out, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Hello and welcome. It's Friday the 13th, another spoopy event, and like I mentioned in the Facebook little teaser thing that we put out, Australia has very little holidays. This is something that was brought up in something I was watching recently that I can't remember, that I should have sourced, but didn't. Yeah, Australia, we have, in comparison to every other nation, seems to be on the world, we have very little national or public holidays. Yeah, let's get some more out there. Let's make Friday the 13th something that we can get the day off, or even Halloween would be great. Not necessarily just because of the traditions of the American Halloween tradition, but the word that escapes my memory again. Sorry, it's been a crazy little time in between. But we had what was it? The Irish celebration, which goes way back, and it deals with a lot more of the folklore of what the spoopy sort of things, or ghost schools, banshees, something that Saul and I have brought up a couple of other times before, but the idea that these other old school, otherworldly sort of spooky things aren't necessarily in our forefront, and it's something that we should be bringing back nowadays. I mean, a film that recently brought a lot more different old school monsters to the foreground was what was it? Cabin in the Woods, which had Chris Hemsworth, which is an Australian little superstar that we have there. And yeah, it was a fantastic film because you've got all of the different styles of all of the different beasties that you had there, but you also had old school ones. I mean, you had mermaids. Very little has been said about mermaids. You know, there you have it. This whole thing. You've got the Banshee, which is a lot of fun. Now, a film that isn't a horror film, but it has horrific elements, and so a lot of these things that we're going to be doing in the quiz arena aren't necessarily horror films, and they're references to horror elements. So there's a lot of things I'm sure that people would share the same reasoning by seeing that certain things with kid genre films. I mean, you've got a lot of the Dark Crystal elements that are quite scary in certain elements. I was watching a documentary before about the lost footage and deleted cuts and scenes from The Land Before Time, which, like Bambi, has a lot of, not necessarily horrific elements, but elements that definitely stick with you for a long time, and that's something that Don Bluth was speaking about a lot in this documentary. Don Bluth, of course, was an animator who worked for Walt Disney Company for a long time, and brought up a lot of little things that could have been fixed in certain areas. There were little animation tricks and stuff like that that were easily able to be fixed, yet when they were brought to the light of the managers who worked at the Disney Company, they were told that it was going to cost too much money and that it wasn't worth it, and so not worth doing it. So that was abandoned, and he ended up splitting off and making An American Tail with Steven Spielberg. Before that, of course, he did another film which I'm trying to remember, Nim, Secret of Nim, I think it was, which was a fantastic film. But his cartoon stylings as well was something that was brilliant. Another film on that same area as Bambi for me was All Dogs Go to Heaven. And the brilliant things about Don Bluth films was he was showing a lot of the mirror to society through animation and through a kid genre, because he understood that the little people that were watching these films were eventually going to become the big people that funded projects, or not in that way. I don't mean necessarily he was going after the money. I just mean that he knew that the people who were going to be growing up don't treat kids like kids. You still need to be communicating with them certain elements of moral ethics, as it were. So in The Land Before Time, I never realized how prominent the racism element was in it, and how it was trying to show us a contrast in race, and how all of the different dinosaurs had to work together for one united goal, one goal that sort of saw success for all of them. Obviously, then you have the juxtaposition of the sharp tooth, which is saying that there is still one race that is bad. But it's a metaphorical film, and I'm sure that you can extrapolate from that a lot of things that are going to help you in your life. And so, yeah. Sorry I went off on a rant like that. We're just starting off here. We're still waiting for Saul to be joining us. And we do have some prizes to give away tonight. We have 2 double passes from Disney Pictures. They have a new horror flick coming out soon, which is called The Night House, which is looking very fun and very spooky. And it also looks not like... It's got a lot of the sort of jump scares and things like that, but it seems to be like an old school sort of location horror. And I think The Haunting of Bly Manor, or The Haunting of Hill House, was something that brought that back a little bit. Something where you don't necessarily need to jump all over the place. This doesn't mean that you need to lock it down to one location. I mean, even Saw was made with one location in mind, because that was their budgetary restraints. But they still were able to include the police, or certain elements that were in other locations, because of that would also work with the budget too. So yeah, that's fantastic, and thank you so much, Disney Pictures, for coming on board with that. So yeah, we do have our 4 rounds to be played, and in our final round, our Quiz Arena tournament, you have the chance to win one of those double passes, and we're also going to be giving out another double pass throughout the segments up until playing that. The quiz is going to kick off around 8 p.m, and up until then, we're just sort of going to gas bag and go over some of the things that are based around, like, horror and the Friday the 13th, because, there's a lot of things that have happened around not only the date of Friday the 13th, but the genre of horror film, which I say genre just because it's not necessarily the film of Friday the 13th and its sequels, but you've got a game out there. Now, I'm not too sure if that is... Dead by Daylight, or if that is its standalone game, because I do understand that there is an Evil Dead game coming out, I think, based along those same sort of lines. But yeah, so we're going to go over some of those events, and hopefully we're going to hear back from Anthony and Saul soon. So yeah, we also have Aunt Yi joining us, hopefully very, very soon on our Friday the 13th celebrations, just because he wants to get amongst it again, because he joined us last time and he was very, very good. I didn't end up keeping a score, and I didn't know if that was something that you guys would really like, and we want you guys to comment in the chat as well. That's also how you can win the prizes in our 4th round. I'll be going over all of these details as well as they come up, but my mind's a little bit scattered, just because we've got over here. I'm using a green screen at the moment, so it's all keyed out, so you can just see the channel behind me. But where that is, of course, it's little homage, if you will, homage. It's a homage to what is it? Reanimator. It is green, so if I put it onto a different area of the screen, you'll be able to see that it's green. But we do have somebody else joining us at this moment, and we're going to see if they're there. Oh my goodness! Who is that? He's wearing a mask. He's all excited. How have you been, Saul?
I'm all right. Yes, I'm living the dream. Living the dream. Friday the 13th dream. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm undergoing facial reconstruction at the moment.
Of course.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good. It's good to be back here for another quiz.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's always good as well to have an opportunity like Friday the 13th to celebrate something a bit spoopy.
Yes. I just want to say as well, we should mention that it's Searchlight Pictures that are the kind people that have helped us
Ah, yes.
to give away the fantastic prize that's coming up, which obviously is an extended arm of the Disney franchise itself. But yes, it's we should kind of make note that it's Searchlight Pictures who have got that great giveaway for us.
Yes, Searchlight Pictures, thank you so much. I mean, it's amazing. And it looks like a fantastic film too.
It looks awesome. It looks
Yeah.
absolutely smashing.
Yes. Hey, fantastic. We got one of the timers on board. Great to have you back, and congratulations for winning last time.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you guys hear us okay? You can let us know down there. You can hear us okay. So
I'm
yes.
just firing up at the moment, mate. Sorry, I'm just I was a bit late in coming to the party, but I'm literally just firing up the our YouTube link so I can kind of monitor that as we're talking. So just give me one moment if I'm sounding like I'm deviating away for a second.
Yeah, no, all good. I do have a fiery thing in the background that is making a lot of noise, so I'm going to turn that off. I'm assuming you can hear that as well. Can hear that as well. Yes, perfect. There we go. Awesome. So yes, it's been a fun little time. I've had multiple computer crashes. Something's happening with my C drive at the moment, and it's choosing to wipe it every time I restart the computer. So I apologize if there's any problems and kinks and stuff like that. We've tried to add in a whole bunch of different new elements to it, but have since just been running into little problems. So it's good that we haven't got an audio problem, that you can hear us out there, which is fantastic. Yes.
Yeah, that's good. I was just about to say that the one at the time that's just confirming that for us, which is great.
Perfect.
Good to know that we haven't got any of those issues. Oh, I'm loving the counter, by the way. I'm just seeing that you've got the counter all set up down at the bottom there.
Yes, yes. So no points just yet, but yeah, we've also got a little tip
Really
jar.
making it official.
Yeah, we've got a little tip jar on the side there, as well. So that's good. So that overloads anytime we get a subscriber or anything like that. And we've also got a prize wheel up the top there, but I'm not too sure exactly how to initiate that. So we're gonna
Oh, yeah.
do that a little bit
There it
later.
is too. Yeah, I scrolled down a little bit. Sorry, I missed that. Yes, nice.
No, you're right. Awesome. Okay, good. I'm glad you told me that, because so now I can find the Searchlight logo.
Yes, there you go.
Yes. No. Cool. Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful. So yeah, we've got a whole bunch of things. I was just going into the Friday the 13th, and not only it being today, the event of the actual date of Friday the 13th, but obviously the franchise of film, but the computer game as well. And there's been a whole bunch of controversy which has been around the film and music, and from the film and things like that too. But yeah, I've since been going down a deep rabbit hole, watching a whole bunch of things about Tom Savini as well. So learning a lot of like intricate facts about stuff that he might have done on the set. But yeah, still fact checking a lot of the things, and so I want to make sure that we get things right.
Yeah, man, totally, absolutely, 100%. So this is what we're all about. So we hopefully people have out there will have checked out our pilot episode and get the gist of what we're about with this as well. So this is going to be our first kind of big foray into the big bad world, and we're launching it with the Friday the 13th theme. In case you hadn't guessed by my attire.
Yes. Yes. Always good to see. I'm just going through and just trying to tick things, and not being able to multitask is always a fantastically fun.
I am now just going to actually hop on and try and share this link onto our Facebook page out there as well. So
yes,
likewise, deviating away for a moment.
If you could do that, that would be fantastic. Perfect. There we go.
Oh, Christina Ritchie's expecting a baby, which is a fan Debbie Doozy.
Oh, fantastic. That. Congratulations, Christina Ricci.
So I saw that on her social page, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And on that, obviously, just kind of generally talking about horror news and stuff because that's our thing. While we're setting up, I noticed that they've started to cast the Adam's Adam's Family series, Tim Burton's take on the franchise.
So it is Tim Burton.
I'm pretty sure it's Tim Burton that's behind it.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Oh,
But then again, I could
sounds
be right.
like we have another admittant. It might be Mr. Yee. Or do we have Mr. Yee? He's
Mr.
joining.
Yee.
Good old NBN.
I'm hoping so.
Hey!
Hey,
Here he is.
how's everybody?
Good. How are you?
We're good.
I know, Saul, you had a bit of a headache today, but seemed to have really taken a turn for the worse.
Yeah, I was explaining to Mr. Lovegrave that I'm undergoing facial reconstruction at the moment, hoping to get a little bit better. I'm hoping so. Yes, I'm not feeling too good, but I'm with it.
Dude.
I'm here. That's the main thing.
It's not good.
So we shout and flash lights at Saul.
Yes. Yeah. Get the strobes happening there.
Just
Yeah, maybe.
you'll just see me kind of crash into a heap and have an epileptic fit. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
That
oh.
would be quite horrific. Where'd you get that mask?
What mask?
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh.
No, I'm talking to Richard.
Yeah. I got it from the same store that they got the Halloween mask at. Those really dodgy ones where they get like, I don't know why my face was there, but you leave it out in the sun long enough and it gets, this
Yeah.
sort of complexion.
It's good. It's good. I like it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like it.
Or-
It suits you.
I should say you leave it inside long enough and you feed it enough energy drinks and it'll go that way. Awesome.
Oh dear.
No.
So the only thing I can remember off the top of my head is that Catherine Zeta-Jones is going to be Morticia.
And Gomez? Luis Gomez? Yeah.
Yeah.
Guzman.
Looks, yeah. I just had some of it the other day. Great Mexican food. Luis Gomez is going to be Gomez.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh, cool.
Because they were originally a comic strip, the Addams Family, and Gomez was always quite short. From memory.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, no, there's a whole big thing. I went on another rabbit hole about Uncle Fester and the what was his name? Oh, I'm terrible with names today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very, very sorry. But he came out with a law because he was the kid who was in Charlie Chaplin's film The Kid. And his parents ended up spending all his money, and he was left destitute. And he tried taking his parents to court, and they refused to give him any money. And so Coogan's Law, or the Coogan Act, that's what it was. The law set a precedent of saying that parents must set aside 15%, 15, not 50, 15, so 15% of their salary, so that they could get it after the age of 18. Most other places, a lot of other places listed as 50%, 50, but it's not. It's 15.
Free Britney,
Yay, free Britney.
which apparently he did. He said today he's going to sign it over to her,
Oh, great.
the father, but he hasn't given a date. So yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see.
see if it's going to happen. See if it's going to happen. Oh, it's such a shame. I haven't even seen the video. I listened in the video in the background to one of them. But yeah, no, I was just going to mention some things that might have that tie the Friday the 13th in with our evening tonight. So what was it? Oh. Well, apparently, in 1313, there was a 13-year-old boy who was struck by lightning.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, you were? Nice. Apparently that happened again
I am that boy.
2010. Somebody else was struck by lightning on the same Friday the
And they
13th.
sent you.
Oh, really? Seriously?
Yeah. Unrelated.
It was the same boy.
Yeah.
He's just for God's sake.
He's still alive.
Seriously?
He got struck by lightning, but he
the
survived.
lightning bolt made him live forever, and he's like, seriously?
Yes, that's it. Made him live forever, and the other one killed him. Like, turned it on, turned it off.
Yeah, he turned up. Yeah,
Yeah, Zeus just having fun. Yeah.
it's just, screw that guy.
Was it the Flight 571 crashed in the Andes in 1972, and that was apparently on Friday the 13th.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that was the famous plane crash that ended up involving
Being the
cannibalization.
cannibals.
Yeah.
Here's another bit of trivia since we're in a trivia mode.
Absolutely.
Greece
Is the word.
Love the place.
is Tuesday the 13th. Is the unlucky day, not Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. How about that, eh? I don't know why.
Tuesday the 13th.
But again, why Friday?
As in that has the same sort of superstition around Tuesday the 13th. Yeah, like we have Friday.
Yes, Tuesday the 13th.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do they do you know at all if they changed the name to Friday the 13th to Tuesday the 13th for the film?
13th.
Yeah. Because I know they did that in French
That's a very
films.
good question.
Yeah, because what
That's
was
a
it?
very good question.
The Spy Who Shagged Me, I think, was The Spy Who Shoinked Me in Malaysia or something like that, or Indonesia.
And we've all been flanked, haven't we, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
That's so cool.
that's no, that's cool.
I'm ripping this one off, and this is apropos to nothing. Ripped this off QI, but you know the James Bond thing?
Oh yes.
The dun, 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 it's the man with the unfortunate sneeze.
Yes.
The man with
I
the
love
unfortunate.
His unfortunate sneeze.
It's a Bollywood. Yeah, the unfortunate sneeze, and like the guy Monty, what is that, made the theme song was like, yeah, look, this film, it's not gonna be a big success. I'll just rip that off. Nobody's gonna care.
That's right. The lyrics something like, and all the pundits agree.
Yeah.
He was born into an unfortunate family because his father had a sneeze.
Yeah.
And all the pundits agree that he's like a shame or something like that. That's what I love.
Something like that.
Yeah, but it has that down.
Yeah.
So good. It took me years to realize that was through the barrel of a gun, looking at I never realized that.
It was an eyeball. My dad told me it was an eyeball for many years, and I assumed it was an eyeball. So no, it's actually the rifling of a rifle.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you go.
No, it had degraded because they used a copy of a copy of a copy. So by the time we got to Timothy Dalton, it had degraded so much.
Yeah.
And if you look at Timothy Dalton's when he does the barrel thing, it's really it's a shadow of its former self. And so when they did Brosnan, they were like, "Hey, this new thing called CGI's come in. Let's just make a CGI barrel and which looks so shiny."
Yeah,
yes,
so shiny.
That it is very, very shiny. Oh, I love James Bond trivia. Let's make it a James Bond trivia.
Yeah. No, we should have a James Bond trivia. There's GoldenEye alone, the game. The end.
Yeah, that's a good game. Yeah,
it is a great game. Even now, you can go on YouTube to see everyone playing it. Yeah. Okay.
It's a good James Bond trivia. No, we should get onto it. I've got to forward you guys a document which I wrote for the game. But keep talking. And what are we doing, Richard?
No, so I'm just listing things on Friday the 13th,
keep going.
Events. This one's I'm just reading them through just to get a context of them, and this one's a sad one, but this is the bystander effect was coined from this event that happened on Friday the 13th, 1964, when 38 witnesses overheard Suzanne Kitty Generov, or Genovese, I'm not too sure, it's very small writing, I'm sorry, but they overheard what would now be a domestic disturbance, and they did nothing. But then later on when they found the body or whatever, I'm not too sure what happened, but when the police ended up investigating it, they found out that everyone knew and had heard something significant happening on that night, but no one reported it. So it was coined the bystander effect. And interestingly enough, Darren Brown did a special on this where he had, ironically, everyone wearing masks in the audience, and they would have to make decisions, for someone who was out there who was on a live feed that they were watching, having a night out. And so they said, should they spill the drink or should they, go down and have a nice dinner with their girlfriend? And they spill the drink, start the fight, ha ha, you like this. And then he ends up getting hit by a car and it gets wild, but he puts it back on everyone in the audience saying, you chose these are things, and in a group mentality, in a mob sense, we all chose that we wanted the harsh thing to happen and not the good thing to happen, ethically speaking. So the bystander effect, 1964. And bus mishaps. Now, this was a big thing. Apparently on Friday the 13th, bus shit goes down worldwide. So bus mishaps happen, buses, brakes failing, just not starting, incidents on buses. Apparently, there's multiple cases in England where there's been bus mishaps that have happened. And things reported all on Friday the 13th. So that one hasn't got a year, but that one just like goes across the the wild. I'll shove you a yes.
Thank you.
A link. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I was going to say give me your bank details, but I thought I'd better type that instead.
I gave them to you last week.
I know, but I need more money.
More money. Oh,
More money.
don't we all, us surgeons? Cool. So yeah, there's that.
That's really cool.
Daredevil Sam
Wow.
Patch. I'm assuming that's in 1829 was the death of a daredevil. Hold on, my bird is chewing the asbestos walls.
Of course, as it should.
As it should. Anyway, Saul, how you going?
I'm all right, Mr.
That's very good. That's good. That's good. James Bond trivia. Okay. Let's talk James Bond trivia. Actually, no, because this is the questions that fascinate me. The one that Richard want to answer. So here you go, Richard.
Okay.
James Bond trivia.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look, he's got a cockatiel. That's so cool.
It's Spikelet.
I should bring our dog in. We've got a new puppy.
Animal Hour.
Animal, yeah. James Bond's pistol. What is it called, Richard?
Is it a Walter PPK?
The Walther PPK,
Yeah.
which replaced
Same
his
one.
Beretta 25.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was going to say.
So the first one was a Beretta 25, was it?
Yes, it was, because Ian Fleming, when he wrote the books, that was the only gun he ever... Because Ian Fleming, because Casino Royale was loosely based on a plan he had to try and get some... to blackmail a Nazi back when he was in the war. And when he went undercover, they gave him a Beretta 25. It's the only gun he knew. So when he wrote James Bond, he said, okay, he carries that gun and moves on. And then after a couple of novels, he got a fan letter from Major Bothroyd, who's like, I'm a big fan of this James Bond character, big fan of your writing. Can I just take issue with the gun that you're using, because it's such a weak gun, such a small pistol, and it's not really trendy and hip with the current times. May I suggest you use this other gun? And he listed off a bunch of other guns. And Fleming wrote him back, and they had a bit of back and forth, and they settled on the Walther PPK as probably a better gun for Bond to use. And as a thank you, he names his the character who gives him the gun Major Bothroyd, which is Q.
Oh.
So that's
Really?
there. So he really existed. So that's how he got the Walther PPK
That's so cool.
for many years. Yeah.
That's
So that's
mad.
really cool.
Because
That's madness.
I believe, what is it? Austin Powers had a Walther PPK as well.
Yeah.
Specifically because it was Bond's gun. So yeah, like I'm a very
It's
not like a completionist, but I like etymology, like the origins of things. It's very clear
Yeah.
to see where things go from there. So I would, if playing that, a friend of mine plays, when we used to do I used to play James Dean at parties and stuff like this, and he used to do James Bond, and we used to have great discussions because we would have so much, we would have to study our character, obviously, and so we'd just talk about eclectic facts. And he was a stickler for all of those things. And so I want to now go back and ask him what weapon, would have he had, as in what character would your Bond have? Because he was like, no, I'm the original Bond. I'm the one from the book. So yeah. So,
well, yes. Well, but the other interesting, just very quickly, when he got into the 80s, because Fleming had died.
What?
There was an assassination attempt on the Queen in real life. Her bodyguard at the time had a Walther PPK. It jammed.
Oh.
And so it got banned out of the services officially. And so when the new Bond writer, who's not Ben Gardner, it was somebody else, because there's been like 4 Bond writers since Fleming, but the new one who took over decided, okay, I'm going to incorporate this in my books, which is Bond had to let go of his gun, and he had to find a new gun. And he spends like 4 books trying to find the right gun. And he settles on an ASP 9mm, which then got disused. They don't make them anymore. And then by that stage, Bond was so fucking hugely famous. The new writer who came in just said, I'll give him back his Walther and just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway,
It's cool.
that's something that fascinates me. Saul is just trying not to die from the headache. And he
I know, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that brain surgery
discovered this conversation.
really gets it.
Anyway, so what are we doing?
Okay, good. Okay, so our next one. Good. A blizzard buried upstate New York in 2006, which is sad on Friday the 13th. A lot of these are depressing. I should have just stuck with the movies.
Mhm.
New York, Daz Baxter, floor collapsed underneath him. Oh, he fell for 6 floors. That's right, in 1976. So this guy, he wanted to avoid going out because there was risk of something. And so he was like, no, I'm going to stay safe. I'm going to go home and have a bath. And in his, was he in his bed? Didn't write it down. Don't know if it was in his bath or his bed. He was in a vulnerable position, I remember. And the floor collapsed underneath him and he fell for 6 floors through his apartment building. Yeah.
Wow.
And it would have sucked for the people beneath him as well.
It really would have, wouldn't it? They didn't even get the name. They didn't even get his name mentioned.
I know.
Like, you know.
A friend of mine's, a work colleague's daughter was in their bath about a few months ago, and it fell through the floor.
Oh, really?
So,
Jeez.
yeah. So yeah,
I was thinking that might have been a thing of the past, like, you know, just with derelict buildings and stuff, but jeez. Water damage, yeah, it's that deceptive thing. Yeah.
Yes. Mother Nature wins.
Yes. Nazis bombed Buckingham Palace in 1940 on Friday the 13th.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. The Costa Concordia happened in 2003 on Friday the 13th.
What's that one? Is that a ship?
Yeah, so the Costa Concordia was the ship. I'm not too sure if it was Greek or Italian, or I'm not too sure, but it was in that sort of vicinity area. And the captain wanted to. I think this is the same one. He wanted to do like a flyby, like a sail by of the shore, where you go by and you beep your thing, and everyone goes yay, and all the people on the passengers, it lifts their spirits and stuff. And apparently he went too close, and it ended up running aground on a certain area, and ended up falling onto its side. He ended up bailing off the
That's right.
the vessel, and yeah, there's that great video of the Coast Guard yelling at him and swearing at him, saying, "You get back on that ship! You are the captain. How dare you abandon your vessel?" And it's just he
got off and said, "It's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine."
Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah.
And you hear him on the audio, and he's just like, "No, I'm off. It's okay. Like, you know, let the rescuers do their thing." It's like, "No, you're supposed to be there.
You're the captain of the vessel, bro."
Yeah. It was so good from that aspect. But I watched a whole bunch. That's why I say I hope it's the same one. That one is. I'm pretty sure it is, because there was another ship disaster which had a Poseidon effect. The Poseidon Adventure was a film which the ship lists onto one side and inverts completely. For those of you who didn't know,
Leslie Nielsen.
Yes. Oh, fantastic. And in the remake, I want to say Kurt Russell?
Gene Hackman.
Kurt Russell's
Gene Hackman.
Oh, Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman's in the first movie, yes.
Very first one.
Yeah.
He's the hero. He's the hero.
Yeah, I always wanted to have a film that combined all of those old school disaster movies from like the 70s, where it was like a building catches on fire, so you have the towering inferno, then it collapses onto the water, and then it like lists, and so it like turns inverted, and it hits an iceberg. And, you know, you just do all of them in this one major sort of Terry Gilliam style event. Anyway, this ship was designed so that it had a massive cargo hold, which you had cars which were able to park along it, but it wasn't partitioned. There was no separation of the watertight compartments, if you will.
Yeah.
Like if you know the Titanic, it was split up into all those watertight compartments, and the principle of that was that the buoyancy effect would be in there, that if you only allowed certain compartments to fill up, you would be able to keep the other areas afloat. But in this case, if any area of this floor got breached, it would fill up with water, but it would disperse over the entire width of the ship. So therefore, any concentration of movement would make it tilt furthermore that way, because you now have a fluid movement which is going to transfer all its weight to that side. So yeah, and that was an awful one. I remember watching a lot of videos about that, because it just seems like such a logical design flaw to do that if you, and I didn't know anything. Well, I didn't understand a lot about buoyancy until, you know, the people who did went through stuff. But it's, yeah, you think that those great minds should be in charge of more of those things. But yeah, no, ship disasters are always like a fantastic thing. Like there was a trivia question that I always liked doing was, I never knew how to phrase it right, but there was a Titanic disaster which it claimed more lives than the actual Titanic disaster, and it was a Nazi ship. because
Oh,
the
is it?
Nazis made a propaganda film based around the Titanic disaster to try and rouse support for their war effort at the time. And they used the event of the English sinking of the ship. But in doing so, they used a large ship they had and they fitted it out to be all this sort of stuff. And they filmed the ship so much. There's so many things to this. The director ended up saying something bad about the Nazi party at a party and ended up getting he was found. Who was the guy who recently happened? Was it Epstein? In the prison?
Oh, was he found hung or
He
something?
was, yeah, he was found in his prison cell
Yeah.
hanged. And so I don't know if he was hung. He could have been. His wife would know. But he was definitely hanged.
Ha.
Yes. But that went awry for a bit, and now my brain has gone completely flames up. Anyway, that's right. The Titanic disaster. So yes, that's right. So that was the director out of the way. So after the thing happened, the film wasn't a very big success because the film ended up rousing more support for the people, the lower lives who ended up dying on the ship because of the separation of class. Because that's pretty much what that story ends up being about anyway. Anyway, after the war, when it came to it coming to a close and Hitler shooting himself and all this sort of stuff, they put all of these people from concentration camps onto this ship because it was a massive ship, sailed it out into a harbour, and that's when they had the English airstrikes happen. And so they ended up sinking that ship, thinking it was just another warship because it wasn't. It looked like the Titanic, so that was sunk, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was more than the loss of life that was on the Titanic. But it was a lot greater. It was at least double, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
My favourite Titanic trivia is I didn't know about the two sister ships, the Britannic,
Oh,
the
yes.
Olympic, Titanic, and there's a woman who sailed on all three of them, and all three
really?
met disasters. Yeah, one got sunk by the Nazis. She got off it, survived it. One had a bad accident, and that sunk, and she got off it. And of course, she got a ticket to the Titanic. Yay! But she got off it as well, so she survived. But by the third one, she's thinking, yeah, God's real, and he really has a problem with me for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
So,
got it
yeah,
in for
yeah.
those people.
Yeah.
Because there's
So,
I was fascinated with the Titanic when I was a kid. Me and my friend looked into a whole bunch of different things about it, but my friend knew the ins and outs of how it worked and ran, and I was just like, that's so cool. I was much more interested about the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, which was lost on there. That is a whole interesting thing which I've looked into recently. But on the Britannic, not a lot of people know that there was 2 lifeboats that had people in it that the way the ship was sinking, the captain wanted to try and push the ship by making the propellers keep going whilst it was taking on water to try and get it closer to the shore. He tried to ram it into the shore, in fact. But in doing so, as it was sinking, it brought the propellers out of the water. And it was also creating is it called a wake or a current, whatever it is, that's pulling it into that. So they would launch the lifeboats and then they would just drift straight into propellers. 2 of them went straight through it and people were jumping straight out of it. But yeah, that's a very interesting whole story and historical thing because you can still dive to that and it's relatively close to the surface, and so you can go all throughout it. And it's pretty much the same design as the Titanic and the Olympic. There's a lot of little discrepancies, but the major discrepancy, if you're ever looking for any differences on the outside, there's 5 portholes on the front of the forecastle deck on the Titanic. So if you it goes the forecastle deck, you have this little dip, and then it goes into the rest of the ship. There's 5 little portholes that go on there. That's how you can tell that from the external. Inside, if you went down to the reception deck on D, it would have a much larger dining room and reception area there. They ended up getting rid of the promenade deck in there and actually designed where the support beams were structured and everything. That's what I meant. It's been since I was a kid, and the architectural element of it just really interested me. So that's one of the ways you can definitely tell. There's also a conspiracy theory that the ship was swapped with the.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's pretty safe to say. For insurance money alone, it wasn't worth their time to do that. Let alone to do the loss of the life and what would happen to the company. You wouldn't want to do any. It's not good for business. No.
It's the other thing with the conspiracy theory. Even Capricorn 1, when I first saw Capricorn 1, which is probably the first of the great conspiracy films, I was just I was a kid, I was thinking, they're going through a lot of effort to try and hide something when just one of the workers at this NASA place just goes, this is this is not what this is a complete cover up. And then
Yeah.
like the guy who tells the journalist, I think they're covering it up. They kill him, then they pretend that he never existed. That was the bit that made me as a kid go, that is freaking idiotic.
Mm.
Because he has a host of friends who go, no, he did exist. It did exist, but
Yeah.
when the guy knocks on his door, the woman answers, "Oh, no, he never lived here." I'm like, "Well, I can talk to your neighbor now." It was like so much effort to do. It's just like that's what a lot of conspiracy theorists don't get.
Yeah.
Having worked for corporations myself, I'm like, you're giving a large corporation, let alone a government-run agency, a lot of credit to coordinate a lot of people.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Exactly. When you look at a lot of basic things and then you see, oh, they're solved because someone changes a law or something. It's just like, oh, okay, there's this system in there. And it's a lot of people forget about that. A lot of people sort of jump to conclusions. It's that whole Lord of the Flies thing even because there was two cases. One case where the Lord of the Flies event happened and they all went sort of chaotic. But there was another case where the same thing happened. They were shipwrecked and these private school boys made a society. They lived fine. They were all perfectly all good and stuff like that. So it's this sort of juxtaposition that they go, oh, it's always this way, and just like, well, that's not sort of the game of life is pretty random, and the
exactly.
idea of just we see
of,
images in clouds too.
Speaking of Lord of the Flies, if I can interject, because it actually coincidentally was released on August the 13th back in 1963.
Really?
No way.
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Was it Neil Golding?
Cool.
I think something.
Who
William
directed
Golding?
it?
Something like that.
William Golding.
I just reading. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember reading the book. And
I played the bad guy in it once. Jack.
Oh, really? Yes. Also,
I do have a list of films that were released on this particular date. If you want me to kind of reel them off.
Yeah, absolutely.
So back in 1957 was Man of a Thousand Faces, which was a nice, cool little flick back in the day. Mentioned Lord of the Flies just then. In 1975, The Land That Time Forgot was released.
Oh, yeah.
And, the following year, in 1976, Future World came out.
Westworld is such an amazing film.
Future World.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're here celebrating Friday the 13th. Back in 1982, Friday the 13th Part 3 3D was released, which also was the birth of This Mask. Franchise.
Yes.
And then we fast forward to another 10 years afterwards to see the release of Brain Dead, aka Dead Alive, the Peter Jackson movie. Came out in 1992. The following year in 1993, we get another visit from Jason. This time it's Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. Before then, we fast forward again to 2002, where we have a film called Terror Toons. 2 years after that, we then get a film called Alien versus Predator being released.
I remember it. Yeah, I remember it.
And the last one to round out the films that were released on August the 13th is a film called Gozu.
Gozu.
Never heard of that one.
Bless you.
Never heard of that one either.
Yeah. Gesundheit.
Yeah.
So those are the ones. But obviously, the key ones in there were the Friday the 13th and the Brain Dead one, really. Big movies.
Yeah.
All right.
Brain Dead.
Cool.
I can't remember that. Well, that's not the. I feel like there's
Brain Dead is like my favorite Peter Jackson film ever.
Is that the one with the head exploding? No, that's Scanners.
It's the one with the lawnmower, man. That's all.
The Lawnmower Man.
Not the Lawnmower Man.
Not the Lawnmower Man.
Lawnmower, comma, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exclamation, comma, man.
It was that and Meet the Feebles and the Frighteners were the three before Lord of the Rings, right?
Oh, there was. You also had Bad Taste, which was Peter Jackson's first.
Bad Taste,
Yeah.
And Heavenly Bodies. Didn't you do that?
Heavenly Creatures.
Heavenly Creatures. So Heavenly Bodies is a completely different film. Now that I think about it. Creatures. Yeah, that was Kate Winslet braining the person with the brick.
Based on the real life events. Yeah.
Yes. And she went on to be Kate Winslet, and the other girl ended up being on 2.5 Men.
She did.
There you go. She did. Yes. There you go. And she's done a few other things too. Yeah. Cool. So, are we playing trivia today, or are we just going through facts?
What?
Well,
What?
Well,
What's
we
happening?
can do some trivia if you want to.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Awesome, cool. Well, yeah, sweet. We'll
And
get
some
into it.
kind of way of like, yeah.
I was going to say as well. There's on Friday the 13th. The
Oh, gone.
Epostus asteroid is going to brush by Earth, April
Ooh.
2029. So yeah.
Oh.
So that'll be something to look forward to, and hopefully won't run into us. Haha.
By then they'll be like, yeah, they'll get the gamma variant. We'll be getting
That's it. Yeah.
shit like that. Oh,
We'll get all
God.
the other variants going on. Okie dokie. Okay, sweet. So yeah, so we do have some games down here, and I wasn't too sure which games you'd like to play, but I thought we'd have 3 games up there to have a go. So we're out of a choice out of 4. So we have a spin wheel, and I don't know how to make it spin, so I don't think we're going to do that.
Roll your D4. You play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. If you've got a D4 there, you can roll one for it. If not, we'll just get you to choose one. I'll 4, and I'll just choose one I prefer.
yeah.
There's only one game I know that we are going to play, but I'm pretty sure that there's a game, 2 games which we have from talking about your generation, which I just can't help myself. But it's better to get them out of the way. But this one is directly ripped from it, so I think that it'd be a bit of fun, and it's an easy going into it. So,
let's do it.
We'll. Did you want to see the intro again, because it's a little bit of fun, and
Yeah,
why not? And as I throw to it, actually, I think if I throw it from here, you should be able to see one of our new little stingers that's happening there. So hopefully that'll happen.
Well, we're fine. Thank you, Can you see the screen? Can you see it?
We're really intro
Like sands through the hourglass.
Here he is.
So is the cellulite in our thighs. And like our thighs, or breast if you prefer the cut, guests will help us guide us through the grim and morose to uncover the disturbing facts that some may deem trivial, but here we classify as trivia. With chances to win fantastic prizes and hopefully contract some happiness and harmless joy in the interim, please welcome our contestants, Aunt Yi, and as always, Sol Muerte.
Hey.
Yay!
Hey!
I'm the one without the mask.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys.
Oh.
Back to the quiz arena. Good to see you. Good to have some fun. And we're going to jump into it. So,
Yay.
I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to mention and get off your chest on this fantastic Friday the 13th, if you've done anything to celebrate.
Us in particular?
Yeah.
Well, today's always my happy day.
Yeah. Exactly, yes. And that's why
Yes, that's true.
you've adorned the mask. It's perfect.
Yeah. And this is why we're going to wrap this up quickly, because I've got to head down to the lake.
Yes, no.
I understand.
They're starting to, because they'll probably, they're breaking quarantine laws, so they're going to get busted by the police soon. So
Yeah.
you got to work quick.
Hopefully the lake is within, like, what is it, your 5K radius or whatever.
Yeah. It's a 5.1. He gets to,
just.
he swings his machete. Get closer to the machete. I can't go.
Yeah. He's happy to break one law, but another law, that's going too far.
No. Yeah, well.
That's it.
He's about to stab some 17-year-old virgin. Whoa! Where's your mask? Where's your mask?
It.
Seriously? when we catch this thing.
And he has to confirm that too before he kills them too. So it's yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Before he kills him, he's like, "Can you just QR code? Thank you."
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, check in.
There's a QR code.
QR code on his machete.
That's
Thank
great.
you. Check in.
Yeah.
Check in on somebody's behalf. No, okay, cool. Stab, stab.
Wait, no, you have to wait for the message to get sent to your mobile phone.
Yeah,
right?
bing, yeah,
It's the whole rigmarole. He ends up moving on to somebody else.
yeah.
Or by the time that all that happens, they're no longer a virgin.
No.
Oh dear. Sweet.
Oh, dear.
Well, yeah, it's Friday the 13th, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you haven't checked your calendar or aren't necessarily au fait with that, it's time for have a little bit more of a celebration, even in the spoopy variety. So yeah, we're celebrating here today, and we brought Saul and Ant along to play a little bit of Quivia, or even trivia games. I was like, yeah, I was quivering
Quivia.
at the thought of saying having
I like
QUIZarena
Quivia.
sometime. Yeah. And luckily, we have 2 double passes to give away to the Night House, courtesy of Searchlight Pictures. So thank you so much. Fantastic for that. And we're going to be giving those out. One, of course, is going to be going out in our 4th round, our tournament of Quiz Arena, which is our round 4. But before that, we're going to be playing 3 rounds of just frivolous nonsense of fun stuff. Yeah, so that you guys out there can have a bit of fun. And more importantly, we want to get you guys interacting on the chat so that you can help Saul and Ant win those prizes. Not necessarily that there's anything in it for them to win, but like, you know, a little bit of support. I didn't keep a score last time, but after it, I did have a review, and our winner was, of course, Ant. So congratulations on that, Ant. Yes, good work. So yeah, I think it's... Yes,
I'll get
exactly.
you, catch it.
Yeah, if you were in
we
the
also-
vicinity, it would have been hard
if we
because
have-
you would have had Jason after you.
If we had time to, I'd like to play a little game I stole from a radio station
Absolutely.
called Scene Stealers, because Richard and Saul are both actors, and I want to have a game that will show off their acting chops. Because if anybody out there is looking for some very talented actors, these guys will be able to prove to you just how good they are once we play this little game. But we'll play that later.
Oh, stop. Awesome. That sounds awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm always
gonna
on
be
board for that. There's a new stinger that you can see there as we go into the quiz arena. I haven't changed all of them, I also was testing them. But we also have a little tip jar over the side there, so feel free to give us any tips there and subscribe as well, which we'll send up there. And anything you say in the chat, of course, we'll shout out to you guys. So yeah, get quiz and tell us what you guys want to see and hear about there. But also, if you can, check out the Night House. I'll see if I can pop in a little link to the... into the trailer down there so that you guys can see it. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's on that spooky sort of side. Perfect amount of jump scares. Seems to be like on a lake house. It gave me a lot of vibes of What Lies Beneath, that film with, was it Harrison Ford? Was it
Oh, that's a good
Michelle
film.
Pfeiffer?
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer, yep.
Yeah. Which is awesome and a lot of fun. So I'm just going to grab
Zemeckis directed that.
Did Zemeckis do that one?
Yes, he did.
Fantastic.
Some of the camera moves are very Zemeckis too, as well.
Now that you
Yes,
say
yes,
it, I
yes.
can see it definitely. So the link I've just put it up there is the trailer to The Night House. That you can check that out. That comes out in August 20. So we
That
do
looks
have
good.
the 2 double passes to give out now. Obviously, because it is going out on the 20th, you'll only be able to use them from the 20th when they go into cinemas. But it's going to be a good chance for you guys to do. And
It
we'll
stars
work
Rebecca
out.
Hall as well, who I'm a huge fan of. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
really good.
Yes, Rebecca Hall. That's right. Exactly. And of course, like Searchlight Pictures as well, I think was an Australian company, wasn't it? They were the ones who did Bootmen, which was a tap dance based film, which I've seen at least.
Yeah.
There's another film which is called Razzle Dazzle. Have either of you guys seen that? It's an Australian film.
I think I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, I think that's a really underrated film, and I'm not just saying that because I was opening one of the doors in one of the scenes, but
Oh, seriously?
yeah.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, hang on. Wait,
and
okay.
Denise Roberts, who's a friend of mine, was in it. But
Carrie
it's-
Armstrong's in it. Are you a fan of Denise Roberts? I don't know. She's funny.
Yeah. And it's Screenwise. It's her acting school that she runs at Surrey Hills. But I think it's a very underrated film because I remember watching it and I thought it was beautiful. But also too, I was involved in the Dancer Stedford life too, so I got a lot more of the jokes. So I definitely know that it's a niche thing. Having said that, there's not a lot of films like that, and it still has the heart and the comedic chops. I think that would allow any audience to sort of like, you know, watch it and take something away from it. But now having thinking of it too, it's nowadays. And what was it, that film that came out on Netflix that everyone tore to shreds because it was young girls in scantily clad dance costumes? Cuties?
Okay.
Yeah. It was a film that a lot of people were getting. It was a French filmmaker who made it, and it was very sort of like, you know, skimpy outfits on girls doing dance. But it had I hadn't seen it, but apparently it had a lot of elusive, suggestive motifs in it. And so yeah, but unlike Razzle Dazzle, which is I think a very light-hearted sort of film, it's a very good family film, and check it out if you can. It is hard to find, but I don't know how you would find it. I was going to say check out Video Easy. God damn, I'm old.
What's this? What's Video Easy? What is that?
It's
Netflix.
Easy place to get your videos. It was like, it's the Blockbuster without the Blockbuster edge.
What's Blockbuster?
Yeah, again, gone is the way of the dodo. Anyway, speaking of which, something. Yeah, is that a good segue? That's, yeah. Do you like my
Siguri. It's pronounced Siguri.
Siguri.
Siguri. It's pronounced Siguri.
Siguri.
It's pronounced Siguri.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Cool.
Now, okay, let's decide. Let's start off with this one. Okay, so the segue I was going to do was talking about things that have gone the way of the dodo, and the reason that I say that is just because two things. I'm screening something up in here so that I can automatically click to it, so I don't have to think too much. But also so that I can segue into a TV show called Talking About Your Generation, which was a fantastic little quiz show, which obviously I like, but they had a whole bunch of different games. And this is one of them. Literally taken from them, so please don't sue. So, for years, teenagers have been huddled in their parents' living rooms, hands grasped around the telephone, which was once attached to the wall, kids. Ugh. Wondering who could be on the other side of that door, pounding, snarling, and scratching. And instead of doing the logical thing and calling the police, we join them in asking, who goes there?
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So I don't know if you can see the screen. I'm hoping you can.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm going to try and flip this around so that you can see it on Zoom. For some reason, it's not working.
That's okay. I'm following it on the YouTube link.
Yeah, we'll do it the same way we did it last time. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's all right.
That should have worked. Okay, good.
Cool.
So, we got Who Goes There now.
Okay.
So, we have a whole group of people, something that you might have known from your childhood or your adulthood, who knows? But one person is missing, and I want you guys to tell me who.
I just said Fred.
Fred.
Ah.
Nice.
That was Fred.
Yes, Fred. Perfectly done. Okay, that was.
I was waiting for you to ask the question. Fuck off.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'll give you a chance.
When are we actually supposed to answer? Because like I can see the picture, I know who's missing. I'm waiting for the question, and there's I'm going Fred. It's Fred. Fred. I'm like wait.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Richard. This is the way Saul's brain works. It's very A, B, C, D. You gotta tell them the cause before the effect.
Well, then let's try this.
That's how Saul's brain works.
That was my fault. I did that. We want to make sure that everything is fair here, and there is no no breaking of the rules or anything like that. So, just to be fair, we're going to go back and we're going to ask that question again. Okay? So.
Okay. All right.
We have a group of people that you might have known from a cartoon series up there. And one person is missing. So, who do you guys think is missing? Who do you think?
Velma.
Velma?
It's the guy that dated Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Freddie Prinze Jr. It's Freddie Prinze Jr.
It's Freddie Prinze Jr.
It's Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yes.
It is.
It's Fred.
It's Fred.
We're looking at the character name. Who was it?
Fred.
He played Fred.
Did we hear Saul say that one? I think we did.
Yeah, Saul said it a bit. He did say it a little quick, so he did. Yes, he got in.
Fantastic, awesome. There you go.
Oh, well done.
That's very good. So as you can see, it's very fair here. It's all above board. Good. Our next one, we have another popular TV movie family. Do you guys
Cousin
know
It?
who this is? What family this is? First of all,
It's Adams.
is it the
Cousin
Addams
It.
family? Yes, we were talking
Right.
about these guys before. And up there, who's playing Uncle Fester? Do you guys remember the name that I mentioned before? It was the name of a law that was passed.
Oh, was it? Oh,
Yes,
you did say it.
he's-
I forgot the name.
He was the kid in The Kid with Charlie Chaplin. And his
Oh,
parents
really?
ended up taking a whole bunch of money from him.
Oh,
Yes, and never
right.
ended up doing
Yes,
anything.
that's
They started a law
that sounds
about him,
familiar.
and it was called Coogan's Law. His name was
Coogan's
Jackie
Law.
Coogan. He fought for this role, and he ended up getting it because he loved it as a kid. So yes, but we're not looking for that person. So
Cousin It.
Yeah. Is it Cousin It? Is it Cousin It?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Isn't
no.
it? Oh, it's not.
No.
Oh
I'm
crap!
sorry.
Oh, it's the grandma. It's the grandma.
It's Grandma. Absolutely. Nicely done. So ants on the
Yeah.
board.
Hey.
Nicely done. So we got Grandma.
Doll's
perfectly
quiet
done.
there. There you go.
Also
That's it.
known.
Yep.
Yes,
I didn't even know there was a grandma.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Oh,
Yeah.
these guys.
Yeah, now this might be a little bit of a nostalgic throwback. I'm relying on you guys to get this because there is a name here that I have since forgotten, and I every time I remember it, I know it's wrong. But it was also the name of the TV show, so we're going to have you to go with that.
It's-
If you guys know out there, comment down there, and so you can answer the questions for them.
It's the banana splits, right?
Banana
Is it?
splits. No?
Is it?
What was
That's
his
the flute.
name?
It's a flute. It's a flute. It's a,
Ah,
it's a
so that's what's
talking.
missing, is it? The magic flute?
Yeah, it's a talking magic flute. But the name I completely.
Mr. Puff and Stuff. It was
Mr.
Puff
Puff and Stuff. Yes.
But we
yes,
were
it was.
looking
Well
for the
done.
magic flute. Yes.
It's the magic flute.
It was the
But that's the name of the show. Yeah, that was so trippy.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you for finding this too.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go out there and say I've never heard of this ever.
Really?
It was an American show that played in Australia, so he might not have seen it as a
I
kid.
don't know it. I can just see somebody looks like Humpty Dumpty on crack. And,
Yeah, basically. It was.
and some
Pure
kind of
nightmare
kid.
fuel. It was.
They dropped a lot of acid during the making
They
of this
did,
show.
and it made
It
the
was
greatest
weird.
shows. I mean, Teletubbies, I think, was the last of those great
Right,
shows.
I need to see it
Um,
now.
Yeah.
But no, I actually thought this was English. There was a TV show, a kids TV show called what was it, Teabag and the Rings or something like that. And it was
Yeah, Teabag.
yeah.
Teabag?
I loved that show. It was like
Yeah,
this
Teabag
old
was awesome.
pantomime that was done on TV. So I thought that this was that same sort of thing. So that's why I was like relying on to you guys. Yes, one of the times, so good. Teabag, T-shirt, and all that. Awesome. So our next one. So you might know this again, people out there. Get into your commenting.
Is it?
Is
It's
that
a
Casper?
It's a Casper.
Ah, the
yeah.
friendly ghost. Nice. You're knocking it out of the park, Ant. Nice.
Hold on, I said that first.
Oh, was it?
He got. I think Saul got that. Saul got that affection before me.
Okay, very well. Nicely
Yay!
done. Sorry about that. My old ears. Awesome. So yes, nicely done.
Get
That
me-
was the little
get me
game of who
squares
goes
out.
there. So nicely done, guys. Sweet. Awesome.
Well
stuff.
done. Well done. That was good. That was fun.
Oh, I gotta take that one off. I really do, because anytime I switch back between it. Good work, guys. So at the moment we are at a stalemate. We have 2 for Saul and 2 for Ant, which is a lot of fun. A lot of fun, isn't it? So
That's the way you want it. Yep.
it is the way
Keeps
you want it.
keeps the punters on the edge of the seat.
Yeah, but I want you guys to try and see if we can kick us over it. Like, I'm even like, obviously if they comment on it, you're both gonna see it. But it's I want it to say, like, Saul, say this, or hey, put in the wrong thing so that you throw them off. That's a better way. There you go.
Yeah.
Put in stuff
There you
that's
go.
wrong so that they end up getting
Yeah.
things wrong. There you go. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Nicely done. Good. Awesome. Sweet. So, fantastic. Okay. Now, this, I definitely then know the games that we're going to play then today. Okay. Because I was toying up which ones to play next. Now, let me just scroll down so that I can make sure I'm saying the right things and teeing this thing up. If you guys are ready for another round, if you are, then I'll
Yeah, let's do
get
it.
into it. Sweet. Awesome. I'm pumped. Great. It's always
At least one of
always
us
fun.
is. At least one of us is.
Yeah, lunacy. Good. Well, An egg boils at, I don't know, I wrote this and I meant to put it in that. So an egg boils at so many degrees Celsius. But I'm sure you'd be astonished to hear that Kevin Bacon can beat that. Yes, if I was to write it in, it would be correct. That would have been even worse, huh? But perhaps it's a Fahrenheit thing. So let's probe into the nether regions of this Hollywood celebrity as we play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yay!
Cool, yay. Shing.
Nice.
That transition needs a sound effect. Okay, cool.
Yes.
I tell you what, can I just, before we start playing,
Yeah.
I am noticing, because I'm going off the YouTube link, I am seconds behind. Am I supposed to be watching off YouTube, or am I, because with the visuals, that's what I'm going off, because I know that it's...
Yeah. Yeah, go off YouTube.
Because I'm noticing, and from Ant's comment there, he clearly saw the transition before.
Ah, yes. Yeah, go to the YouTube link, dude.
Yeah, go to the YouTube.
That's what I'm on.
Ah, that's what I'm going on too.
Yeah, maybe if you restart it as well, like if you started
Yeah, maybe
loads,
give me a sec. I'm going to restart.
yeah, then refresh it as well. I've found that sometimes might speed it up too, for latency.
Ah.
Yeah.
And when I just did that, Ant just turned into the dude from, you remember in the 80s with the whole Ronald Reagan, you know.
That Max Headroom.
Yeah, you just
Oh,
did that.
yeah.
It was awesome. Loved it.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da. Ah.
Totally. Yeah. Now I'm just trying to find.
All right,
I
so
won't do
I've
that.
just refreshed.
I'll do a transition to see.
Yeah.
How you going?
Okay.
Awesome. So yeah, we'll explain the game whilst we're doing this. So
Yeah, go.
So obviously you guys have heard of the game of 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. The idea is that you can take any actor or I think it's any celebrity or anything or anyone, and in 6 degrees you can make it so that so that you can go 6 degrees away from it, and within 6 degrees of separation you'll be able to make it back to Kevin Bacon. So I've got a board up here with 6 different people, one of them of which being Kevin Bacon, and we're going to put them in an order so that they all relate to each other. So this might be someone played them, or they were in a film with them, or they were married to such and such. Or anything like that. So yeah, I'll go back to the full screen so that you guys can get the whole experience and enjoy our background music too, because it's lovely elevator music. It's royalty free.
Well, I know how Johnny Depp relates to Freddy Krueger.
Good. So I'll just go through. I will just name each of them up there. So obviously we've got Jason from the Friday the 13th franchise. We've got Johnny Depp. We've got who do you know is that? Who's that?
Rorschach.
That's
Rorschach.
Yeah, Rorschach from Watchmen.
Rorschach from Watchmen. Fantastic. And we've got Kevin Bacon. So Kevin Bacon in all black in the middle there. And we've got Freddy Krueger. And then we've got Walter Matthau.
Walter Matthau, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I know. I was stoked when I was just looking it all up and working it out. So I was like, I've been looking forward to doing this game for a while. Now, the other thing is I should mention there may be other links that you might be able to extrapolate between these people, but this combination is the one that we're looking for. So in the way that they will relate to them. Yeah.
Well, obviously, Kevin Bacon was in the original Friday the 13th.
Ah, okay. Right, good.
So, and as Ant has mentioned, Johnny Depp
was killed by Freddy.
I think was killed by Freddy Krueger, who's played by Robert Englund here. At one point, Kevin Bacon was touted to play Freddy Krueger.
Really?
But that I think is fallen by the wayside. But I don't know if that's a tenuous link that may be in this or not.
Well, doesn't Jason and Freddy go toe to toe in a movie?
Freddy
Jason
versus
Freddy.
Jason.
Yeah.
I will mention as well that we have locked, so we can move all of the other characters around here, so you can move them all around like this, except for Jason. Jason's the only one we can't move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jason
did you-
goes at the start,
Goes
is that
to
right?
Yeah. So Jason starts off, right?
Yeah, Jason starts off.
So put Freddy next to Jason because they were in a movie together.
Freddy next to Jason?
Or maybe Kevin next to Jason because you said
next
Kevin.
to Jason. Yeah,
Kevin next to
he-
Jason because Kevin was in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
because yeah,
So, yeah, where does Kevin Bacon relate to the other four then?
yeah.
Was he in the movie with Johnny Depp at all? I'm trying
Was
to.
he?
Yeah, that's a curly one. He was in Animal House.
Was
He
he?
was in Footloose.
Wow.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that says, "Everybody remain calm. There's nothing to panic about when all shit's going on."
Oh, cool.
And it keeps coming back to him, going, "Everybody remain calm." and I think everything's going to hell.
Yes.
So obviously it's not that. So obviously Footloose was the thing that put him on the map. The other horror film was the one, not the others, but
Stir of Echoes. He was in Stir of Echoes. And...
Stir of Echoes, that's right.
Stir of Echoes. Love Stir of Echoes.
That's a good film. That's got one of the best jump scares in recent memory.
Yeah, true.
So good.
But also, like, it just sticks in your brain. I remember that story sticking there for a long while. Cool.
Yeah.
So we're saying Jason, and then we're saying Kevin Bacon. And then you're struggling to see if there's a connection between these guys, if they were in a film together.
Kevin,
That's
what
right.
film is
We can leave those, and we can see if we can extrapolate maybe if there's a link between any other characters in here. You've made a link between Johnny Depp and
Yeah,
Freddie.
Johnny Depp and Robert England, definitely.
And I'll give you another one. We'll lock over here. We'll lock Walter Matthau as well. So we won't move Malta, and we won't move.
He's at the end.
Freddie, yes. So we're going to leave Walter Matthau at the end.
So,
we're going to leave Jason at the beginning.
Okay. So the three in the middle.
Yeah, the four in the middle we can move around. But you're happy? You found the link there with Kevin Bacon? Yeah?
Well, Saul, nailed that.
Nice, Saul got that one. And his death there.
So...
We'll wait. We'll save those links.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. We'll save the links to the end because I'll have to give points in. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Oh, here we are. Maybe one of the timeless might be able to help you out there.
What have they
just
said?
Jump back.
Black Mask. So we should have been looking. One of the times.
No, that's all right. That was my bad as well. I'm so
They're in a black
sorry.
mask together. Oh, of course. Yeah. There was that time where they all got together.
Yes, that was that time they all got together in. So you're saying Black Mass with Kevin Bacon and Johnny Depp in the same film?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well
awesome.
done.
So then we can move Robert England around with
Depp. Yeah. So swap Rorschach with Freddie.
Oh, and I've just got it. Okay. I know.
Well done.
Leave Johnny Depp where he is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Switch Robert England round. Now, Jackie Harley, whatever his name is, played Freddy Krueger in the.
He did too.
Yes,
he did.
He did the voice of Rorschach in the
Watchmen.
Snyder version.
Nice.
And how's that related?
To Mattel.
I thought you had it.
No, good.
If you
good.
put.
And the last one there. So you've got the actor who played. Was it Rorschach? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has had quite an extensive film career. Do you think that he could have possibly, because he's quite a modern actor, do you think he's been in a film with Walter Matthau?
Yeah, because he started off as a child actor too.
Oh, fantastic.
But I don't know what the movie would be. Is the shot of Walter there a giveaway, or is that just a?
I don't think so. I don't think this is from the same film. I did try and get a clip, a shot from that film, but I don't think this is the same film.
Okay.
I don't know. Was he Pelham 1, 2, 3 or
so
something?
that might not be the best news for you.
Walter Matthau's career is pretty extensive.
It is, yeah.
That's all right. But you think that he was a child actor, so he had the potential to play that.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely had the child.
Was he in the Bad News Bears or some stuff?
And you nailed it on the head.
Oh, I did!
Beautifully done. So if we go right back to the beginning, we've got the death of Kevin Bacon was, of course, in Friday the 13th. Kevin Bacon and Johnny Depp were both in Black Mass with a whole bunch of other people in it. Tried to get them in the same scene, but they weren't. And then you've got the death, of course, of Johnny Depp by Freddy in Nightmare on Elm Street.
That haunted me, man. That blood. Ugh.
Yeah, it was full on.
Love it.
Then, of course,
That's
you
insane.
have the guy who played Rorschach, who ended up playing Freddy in the remake, and of course in Bad News Bears he played the Wunderkind that they bring in.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he plays the kid who, and he's like the rebellious little scarab. So he's drinking to that in
Right.
Bad News Bears with Walter Matthau. So beautifully done.
Ah, there you go.
Very well done. Now, let me just come
There
back
you
to the Chris screen here.
Well done.
Awesomely done. I'm so glad that worked.
That was
well.
a team effort. That was
Now-
a complete team effort.
That was. Now, I'm going to try and remember. We're going to award points. And I can't remember which one.
One of the I think one of the times we should get all the points because we would have got
Yeah,
anywhere.
definitely.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, one of the times we'll get the second one. So, who said that Kevin was with Freddy?
That was Saul.
Jason. So,
That was me.
Saul. Awesome. Nicely
Yeah.
done.
Saul.
And the link between Johnny and Freddy?
That was both
I
me and
want to
Saul.
say that was actually Ant that
I
said
thought
that.
that was Ant, yeah.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
okay.
I didn't know it, but I'm pretty sure Ant said it before me.
I said it.
Yeah.
But you came up with Freddy and Rorschach.
Freddy and Rorschach.
Freddy and
yeah.
Rorschach.
So
Saul. That was
got
Saul.
one.
Yep.
Nice. And Bad News Bears.
I'll take
The
Bad News
line-
Bears.
on
Now,
Ant.
you said child
Yeah.
actor, but Ant, you said Bad News Bears. So
Bad News Bears.
I feel like it being a stickler, then, like, you know, you would get the point. But for two reasons, we can't give out half points. So instead, I'm going to give Ant a point and Saul a point. So currently, Saul is ahead. So,
Oh my god!
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
You win the vital seventh set, as they say in tennis. Oh no, you're on 5-4.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
now
yeah. There's
gone.
no love here.
Yeah, no, yes.
Beautiful. So let me
Hey,
just close that.
do we have a? Are we go? How many more rounds are there? Because I'm just wondering whether to throw in a Friday the 13th trivia, but I don't know if that'll throw away anything that you may have planned.
No. I have one more game, but I'm happy to substitute that with another game before we go to our tournament. So yeah, go for it.
No, I'm just curious.
Just
Like
gonna
I
reject
was just
yourself.
I was just gonna say, I'm just gonna put it out here. I'm gonna give you four answers, and you got to pick which one is the odd one out. And we're talking about Friday the 13th, and obviously the name that goes synonymously with that is Jason Voorhees. So I want to know, of these following four deaths, which one was not the instrument of death that kills Jason? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Is it A, did Jason get killed by a magical dagger? Or is it B, did Jason get killed by a machete to the head? Is it C, did Jason get killed by a tractor harrow? Or is it D, did Jason get killed by being riddled with bullets and blown to pieces by KM-14?
Cool.
So one of those is not the death, right?
One of those is not the death.
The KM-14 is a robot. Is that when Freddy goes to Jason goes to the future?
KM-14 is... is that well, you're saying it's the future
Because she
version.
shoots him. She shoots him to pieces, but he
That's
doesn't
correct.
die.
Yes, so KM-14 is the android type figure?
Red-headed android.
Red-headed. Yes, correct. So you're saying that one
That's
is
the one.
true.
No, she does shoot him, but he doesn't die from it.
Yes, he does.
Oh, does he? I thought, but he doesn't. Doesn't he come back and cut it to pieces or something?
Yes, he comes back.
Which film?
He's regenerated.
Ah,
Which film
But
is this?
he is definitely technically killed at that point, because later in the movie he is then disintegrated by being sucked through Earth's atmosphere.
yes,
By Brodsky.
he is. By
Yeah.
the way, Overthinker 101 seems to have got it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I navigated away for a second because I was using my notes. So what do they say?
Yeah, because I was going to say, I'm going to go with what Overthinker 101 says, because I can't really think. But, yeah, but for some reason,
A magic dagger feels hokey. It does. It
Well,
does feel pretty
The only
hokey.
thing I can think of is Freaky Friday, the recent film with Vince Vaughn. That had a magic dagger.
Oh.
in it, but I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, right,
you're
yes, I
He
haven't-
drowns.
yes.
He drowns in. That's right. In Manhattan, he drowns in with this acid thing that happens. That's right. That's correct.
Oh.
Okay.
Drowns out.
There you
Okay,
go.
yeah, well, I'm going to
So
go magic
what's-
dagger.
Yeah,
You're gonna
go
go
magic
with-
dagger.
You think Magic Dagger
I'll go one
is...
different from Ant, just so that we can mix it up if you want.
Yeah, yeah.
So, okay, what was the other, the Harvester one? What was it, the...
Tractor harrow.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Tractor harrow sounds very specific.
What's it, now, what specifically is a tractor harrow? Is it the, like, clawy bits at the back? Yeah, that thing, like a thresher.
Yeah, like a thresher, that's right.
Sweet,
Yeah.
awesome. Just go think Children of the Corn.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
it. So hold on. So, Ant, you're going to go with Magic Dagger, is that right?
Overthinker, apparently Overthinker's friend says no Magic Dagger, so I'll go with that. Mind you, I did say the gun thing first, so if you need two different answers, then I'll go with the machine gun from the robot.
Okay, so hold on. You're saying the magical dagger?
Yeah,
No,
'cause
that's all. Richard's saying magical dagger.
yeah, I'll say the magical dagger if no one's having it.
Yeah.
I'll get it
Alright,
right
I'll
if no
go
one's
machine.
gonna do
I'll
it.
go machine gun with my original, but I know I'm going to be wrong. But I'll go machine gun if you need.
The correct answer is Death by Tractor Harrow.
Oh.
Now, the magical dagger was actually in the Jason Goes to Hell one, because he gets dragged just after he gets stabbed by the character Jessica Kimball with a magical dagger. So that one he's definitely dispatched during that period. So
Okay.
the red herring of the group, the tractor harrow, is a death sequence, but it's not Mr. Voorhees that dies. It's a certain Rob Burns who is in the 5th installment of Friday the 13th. He is the the one film, with the exception of the very first film, that didn't feature Jason on the killing rampage, but a copycat killer. And
Okay.
in by a tractor harrow.
Wow.
Okay. So it's a technicality-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Well done.
Yeah,
I accept that. Fair enough.
that's awesome.
There you go.
Sounds
That's
cool,
the end of
man.
that one.
Well
That was my little Friday the 13th.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, is that, oh, cool, awesome. I didn't
That's
know
it.
if there was going to be another one.
Yeah.
I've
We
started.
can do my one if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll
I'll
do-
be totally down with that.
Let's do scene still. So I've emailed you guys. If you check your emails,
Uh-huh.
I've emailed you a script each.
Oh shit.
So just
hold on.
open up your
I've
emails.
I've got so many emails. Which one have you sent it to? My alias or
I'll send it to your alias, the one I always use. Yeah,
hold on.
with the three names,
It's the one that I'm not logged into at the moment. So give me a sec.
of course. And Richard, I sent yours to your one, not your business one.
Awesome, that's all right. I've got them all connected. I'll find it. I'm just writing up a quick. Let me just jump back to here. I'll just tell all the viewers out there. So we are lucky enough to have been working with virtual escaping, and hopefully we'll be able to be playing a virtual escape room very, very soon. There are 3 to choose from, and rather than us choosing it because they're all so good and they sound so much fun, plus also one of them is difficult, and I don't have the balls to choose that one just yet, so I'd rather you guys did for us. So I'm just typing up a poll that's going to be going into the chat there, and I want you guys to put in which you would like to see us play as we do a live stream and play this event. And at the end of one of those things, we'll be giving out a prize to win your own chance to play the same escape room with virtualescaping.com. So I'm just typing that up now. So yeah, get amongst it because it's fun.
I love it.
Anthony.
Yes.
So I've opened the document.
Yes.
Do you want me to be still Jason, or am I? Or am I even the mask?
Take your mask off if you want. Please take your
alright.
mask. We want to see your beautiful face. Oh shit! Can you put that back on? Yeah. No, take the face down. We want to see your face. So,
I've taken a look at it, and if we're meant to be guessing it, I already know what the first one is.
I know you know what the first one is. In fact, I'm fairly sure you'll be able to guess 4 of them. The 5th one.
I haven't scrolled down. I've just seen
don't
the
scroll
very-
down.
very first
Let's scroll
one.
down. So this is primarily for the people at home to play, but also for Saul and Richard to play. What I've done, I've gotten scenes from various different horror films, comedy horror, sci-fi horror, traditional horror. Richard and Saul will play 2 parts and read out lines from characters from that film. All you have to do is guess the film. Very simple. And you'll see how wonderful these 2 are at acting. And if you need actors for any sort of jobs in the future, give them a bell. Okay,
Oh,
so Richard,
thanks.
have you got your Richard,
No,
have you got yours?
I am just trying to find it now.
Okay.
But I'm having a little bit of a trouble. I'm just checking my other one. In fact, it might actually be on my phone because gotta love technology.
Do you need me to send it to your other email address that I have of yours?
Yeah. Send them to all of them.
I'll send it to all of them.
Oh, I love them. Oh, I love
I send
them.
it to all of them.
I'm just checking my thing as well. Yeah, I know. I think we all want to get out Overlocker. It's tough on everybody out there, but we all just got to hold in, and that's why we're trying to get a couple more of these regularly happening, so that we can get you having a bit more fun out and about. And when things open, like and they will open up, it'll be hard. I don't mean like as in a negative hard. I mean it's going to go hard and fast. I mean there's going to be a lot of people out and a lot of events, so I think you'll be overwhelmed. Perfect, awesome. Okay,
I just
got that.
pinged it to your Rush. Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, I wonder what that was.
Hey.
I like the vibration.
Okay.
I like a good ping to me rush.
Ping to live rush.
Ping to Rush. Okay, so scene 1.
All right,
Saul
hold on,
is playing.
I've got to open it again. Give me a sec. I'm now getting away. I got too excited. All right, I'm there.
Okay, Saul is playing a male. Richard is also playing a male, and Richard has the first line.
Okay.
Okay, when you're ready.
Okay. Purple Rain.
No,
Sign of the Times.
definitely not.
The Batman soundtrack.
Bro it.
Dire Straits.
Bro it.
Oh, Stone Roses.
No.
Second Coming.
I like it.
All right. What film is that? We should.
Oh, I
You
have
guys wanna
no
act?
idea.
You got no idea.
Yeah, I'm not good at multitasking, so when I have a technical thing to do,
I think it's got it.
that's why I've written
Has
everything out on a
Has
script.
everything got it? Everything has got it. Well done.
What was it?
Well done. It's
Sean.
Oh,
Shaun of the Dead.
Of course.
it's one of the throwing albums.
Oh, of
Which
course.
I took exception to the Dire Straits one because I like that album.
Oh.
I watched it, yeah. And the way, yes, I like it.
Yeah.
Throw it, chuck it.
Yeah, no, I dig
Was it
this.
the Batman subject?
That's good.
Okay. All right. Scene two. There's 5 scenes. Scene 2.
Oh, dude. You passed us the wrong way round, man.
I know. That's what I'll see how versatile you guys are. All right. Saul is playing a male. Richard is playing a male. Richard again has the first line.
Sure, I'll not get into trouble, Bill.
Don't be a wuss. I'd come with you if I weren't dying.
You're not dying.
You didn't see the vomit coming out of my nose this morning?
That's disgusting.
Okay, go get the wax.
In the cellar?
You want to float, don't you?
What is that? Come on, guys.
Oh,
What is that?
I think I know what it is.
Ah!
Yay.
You saw what you did there.
Now, this is the remake,
Sorry.
of course, yeah?
Yes, it is a remake. It is a remake.
Is it the second chapter?
No, it's the first chapter. I'm
Oh.
pretty sure it's the first one. It's
I'm
chapter
happy to
1.
not get the point on
Yeah.
that one then.
That's
Not deserved.
Because Saul got tickets for all of us to see that, and I drove Saul, and I got there late. So I think you were already there. So you're like, where the hell are you guys? And we were doing the going sorry as we went across the chairs.
Wearing a trooper.
we missed that
Ned's
one.
politely sitting in the car, kind of going
Yeah,
up
I know.
the side of Saul before.
Yeah, basically. And as soon as we sat down, Mez was like, "I'm hungry," and she took off again.
Yes,
We didn't see her for the rest of the film. Anyway.
Food's more important.
Okay. All right. Okay. This one, scene 3. Saul is a male. Richard is a female.
Now-
and Saul.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just going to
Hold on.
say, is
One
there
more.
any objection? Because I haven't read these yet, and I'm doing it cold. But can I do it
Same.
as Paul Lind
Yeah. You do what
from
you like.
Hollywood Squares?
Yeah.
Because
Go
you know,
for it. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
always fun to do.
Okay. Cool. All right. Scene 3. Yeah. So Saul has the first line.
I don't like that story anymore.
I thought King Arthur was your favorite.
Not anymore.
Takes a stack of comics from under the couch.
Why do you keep them under there?
Mum doesn't like me having them.
Laser Man, Neutron Man, I can understand why. Tarantula Man, ooh.
That's a good take.
Oh, I love Paul
That's a
Lynn.
good take.
Oh, okay. Now,
Okay, so what's that one?
Laser Man, Neutron Man, I can't understand why Tarantula Man. Oh, I
don't
feel
know
like I
this
should
one.
know this.
I don't
Go
know.
on,
I
keep
admit I don't know it.
Arthur was your favourite. Oh. Oh,
we've
Hold
got
on,
it.
someone
Has it?
saying TCM.
what was it?
Hold on 2 secs.
Someone
TCM,
says
as in Turner
TCM.
Classic Movies?
It's let me, as a hint, Saul. It's
Yeah.
from a film I haven't famously seen until I joined Surgeons, and I hassle Ben
Oh
Skinner
my
about
god! Is it Halloween?
it. It's Halloween.
Oh my god! It's the two kids. It's
Yeah, it's
Tom
the 2 kids. Yeah,
and Lindsay talking.
yeah.
Nice.
Wow,
It's the
okay.
two kids.
Yeah. And that's why, because they're watching the. Yep.
Yes.
It's all
Yep.
back.
There you go. Cool.
Brilliant.
All right.
I had no idea.
Okay. See, that was
So
obscure.
both
I
of
must
those
admit.
characters are being reintroduced again into the next installment, Halloween Kills.
Oh, really?
Ah.
Oh, cool.
We are going to see both the two kids come back. Yep.
Nice.
I instantly just imagine them resurrected. Like, I don't know if they died. But, yeah.
They didn't die. They didn't die in the original.
Was it not Rob Lowe? Someone played him. Oh, it was like some sort of young preppy actor. Oh, Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd played an adult version of
Oh,
one of
really?
the kids, I think, in the Halloween movies.
Yes,
Don't know if
he did.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
In
Oh.
Halloween, in the Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers.
Yes. Oh, back in the days when they used to put a number after them rather than just rebooting them.
Hold on.
Again.
Stop the press. Okay, look, this is a judgment call,
Yes.
Yeah.
admittedly. But TCM is telling me, or telling us here, that they have not seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh. Well.
Well, that's it. Podcast over.
I'm gonna.
Well,
I'm gonna.
It's not everyone's
I'm
cup
gonna
of tea,
say-
though.
I-
No, like,
It is.
I'm
Look, in
gonna
his
say,
defense,
though,
it is a
yeah.
little scary.
yeah, like, but even the subject
Ah.
matter, like, look at the remake of The Hills Have Eyes. I still think that that's something that you can't recommend, not to everybody. Like,
Yeah.
that's full on. Like, just
That is-
and it's like that stuff that happens in the trailer is just one after the other, and it's just an overload of
Yeah. What the hell?
But yeah, no,
That's fair. Like, 'cause we don't.
Wait! Stop the press! Stop again! Okay, I'm
Stop
gonna
the
stand
press.
Oh, one-on-one is
stand corrected. So they have seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which on that note, not only is that a brilliant film, by the way, but stay tuned for our next quiz, because we are going to do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre theme for that one later on down the track, sometime next week. So you can look that up. But they're actually saying they haven't seen the original Carpenter's Halloween.
I overthink a one-on-one. If
Oh.
you haven't seen the original Carpenter's Halloween, that just makes you awesome.
No,
that just makes you awesome.
Because I hadn't seen it either.
Cool.
I did a
I'm
podcast
starting to
on
get I'm starting to get really disappointed.
I think everything I want.
They're actually saying zombies is far more brutal. I don't like zombies movie, man. I've got,
Everything a one-on-one, I think, is Ben Skinner. I think it must be. Nice. Okay.
Oh, Leatherface.
Let's get to
what was it? Now, just because someone brought up Leatherface, I watched. I didn't. I delved into the police files of Ed Gein, because
Oh yeah.
the main reason was I saw a photo of the interior of John Wayne Gacy's house, and it was very neat. And so I instantly wanted to see what style, like what was messy about Ed Gein's house, and it was gross. It was awful, but I got to see all of the articles that he made out of people, and the photos from the crime scene. A lot of them still have been like redacted and stuff like that. But yeah, it was full on, and you can definitely see how those three characters of Norman Bates,
James Gum.
James
Hannibal.
Gunn,
Jane Gum.
Jane Gum.
I think his name was.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, Lecter's.
Aspects of Hannibal Lecter, but then also a Buffalo Bill from Silence of
That's
the Lambs.
Jane Gum. Jane Gum.
Oh,
is
sorry,
Buffalo Bill.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry,
and,
sorry. Yeah.
And the last one, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, of course, because of the Leatherface and everything like that. But also the house being out in the middle of nowhere, and so yeah, always interests me, like, you know, just to see how similar they are to what we know as a normal life. You know, as in what pushes people over those lengths, especially if they're in these places. Most of the time, it is isolation. So everyone, make sure that you talk to your friends, call your mum every now and then.
The internet is a good thing.
That's the
Stay
good thing.
connected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stay connected, people.
Influenza, we didn't
Too
have
much-
the ability to talk to everybody, so
Yeah.
it's definitely
Yeah.
a good chance to get out there and just to
Too
talk to
much.
someone.
Yeah.
And
Too much
keep your
time on your
sanity.
hands is not a good thing. Yes.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Now, scene 4.
Okay.
Saul.
Oh.
You're,
Oh yeah, we're
Saul,
doing that. Hold on.
there's two more. There's 2 more scenes.
I'm gonna. No, it's not that. I've just got to go back to it because I've been looking at the feed. So sorry.
Fair enough. Scene 4. Saul's
Four.
playing a male. Richard's playing a male. Saul, you have the first line.
Oh, so I just realised we were playing agenda. Sorry. Okay. Yes. I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna be a man.
Be man.
Right.
All right. Go. 3, 2,
Ready?
1. Action.
He wants to know if this claim will be honoured.
Why wouldn't this claim be honoured?
Well, because you sent them out there in particular middle of nowhere on company's orders, maybe. I don't know.
Christ! Some honch in a cushy office on Earth says, go look at a grid reference. We look. They say we... they don't say why, and I don't ask. I don't ask because it takes 2 weeks to get an answer out here. And the answer is always, don't ask.
So what do I tell this guy?
Tell him, as far as I'm concerned, if he finds something, it's his.
Ah, well done. Okay, now what is that from?
Okay, so we're talking about
in the
off-Earth.
woods.
What?
Which one?
Cabin in the woods.
No.
Oh, I thought it was the bit where they're on the phone with it.
Yeah, I can totally see how... And you're saying it's not
Ah.
in the woods. Okay,
It's not
good.
that. No, it's not that.
Damn.
So okay. Try this. Your oil worker types. Your worker type, like trucker types, who work on an oil rig type sort of guys.
It's not... Starship Troopers.
No.
No.
One of them's called Luck.
It's not Critters
Go on.
4?
No. No.
It's called
Who put-
what? Sorry,
It's a
Anne?
great. It's one of the characters is called Lidecker, but I don't know if that helps.
Lidecker.
Yeah.
Alien?
It's Aliens.
Oh, the second one.
The second one, and it is in the extended. It's in the extended film. It's not the main theater release,
Oh,
but
sweet.
it is. It's an extended. But weirdly now, Saul when he first saw Aliens, he saw the extended version. So I thought maybe he could register with him.
No, that didn't trip.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So that's literally what the character of Carter has told the people on the planet, that there's somewhere they need to check out, and so these 2 miners go out to try and investigate it, and it cuts to these 2 guys going, he's found something with his claim be honoured.
I know the scene.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So they're very tired. So that's cool. So anyway, I thought you would have got that. Okay. This one's going to be harder.
Okay.
So this one is going to be harder. Scene 5. Saul's a female. Richard's a male.
Yeah.
Okay.
Read it and see what you can get.
Read it.
Last scene. Read it.
Okay.
Last scene. 3, 2, 1. Action.
I understand where you're coming from. Just remember, too, that you didn't exactly warn me about this kind of stuff before we moved in together. So I think I have a little bit to say in what we do.
I get that, but honestly, what was I supposed to say on our first date? Hey, I think there's a demon that I think has been following me.
No, but maybe on our 15th or our 13th date, or when we decide to live together, that might have been a good thing to bring up.
Good. Okay. So what movie is that from?
Okay. Oh, okay, so Overthinker says it's It Follows?
No, it's not. It Follows.
It's not. They don't date and
No,
let
it's
me
not.
in.
Is it?
They're too young for that.
A demon that follows the girl.
Yeah. Oh no, follows the girl. No, it's not that one then.
But they're dating, so it's not The Exorcist.
No. They're dating.
I want to say Bedazzled. I don't know. I went on a Brendan Fraser binge the other day.
Nothing wrong with that.
That is a horror film.
Okay. So who's?
It's a gun.
No, I was going to say it feels a bit light-hearted. It feels a bit like I even want to say Drew Barrymore's TV show. I I don't know what it's called, but where she plays zombie.
That Saint Clara diet thing. The
Yeah.
forgotten it's called too, but no, it's not that. I'm only saying it because Ant's not said. Yeah, that's the one.
What did you say? I missed that one. What did you say it was?
He was saying, was it the Drew Barrymore TV series Santa Clara?
No. Oh no, but I've seen that. It's a good show. It's okay. Okay, it's a genre of horror film that Saul doesn't really like.
Ah, fuck off. All right, Paranormal Activity.
It's Paranormal Activity.
Oh, of course. Yes. Nice.
So there you go. So I thought you guys would crush the first four, and I thought the fifth one would trip you up. But that was really cool. But the important thing we take from this is just how wonderful these two can act. Okay, so if any of you have any jobs or works, just give it to them because they're really, really good.
Stop.
Seriously,
Stop.
There was a moment in there, and there was just a little moment because you guys are reading it cold. Richard and Saul you were zinging, and I'm like, I miss this. I really do.
Yeah.
I do. I really miss. Yeah.
A lot of fun, and thank you for letting me do Paul Lind.
Anyway, that was fun. Scene Stealers.
Yay! Awesome. Yeah, we should definitely make that more integrated part of it.
Regular thing. Yeah,
totally.
cool.
Yeah,
right.
Always welcome.
Insidious. That was the thing I was thinking of originally. I thought Insidious first, but then when you said it was a woman, I was like, oh, okay, so no.
Not bad. Cool. All right,
nice.
Sweet.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
next game. Last game.
Yes. I was going to say we are about 10 minutes past 9 now, so we might go straight into our last round. Chrono Loco will have to wait till next week, but in the interim, I can't help but show off. Literally just because I finished it seconds before I did it, but it's a lot of fun. So enjoy. But that's not for this week. That's for a different time. Instead,
cool.
Yes, instead. That's a game that we were going to throw to. But I literally just made that, and I can't help that Mexican theme is just so awesome. Yeah. But yeah, now we're going to go into our last round. Now I do have some little typed up nuggets of gems so that I don't have to think too much. I should have put them in a more convenient area, but you know what? I haven't. So get stuffed. But yeah, like what we did last week, there is going to be a round of 10 questions for all of you at home to play along in the chat there. In fact, just before we do that, we might end up closing down our poll, just so that you can all finish that up and we'll all have one thing at a time. So if there are any more votes that you haven't cast yet for our poll, please jump on over there. Because of virtual escaping and their escape rooms, we want to play one of their rooms. We want you guys to choose for us which you want to see us play, and then you guys will have a chance at winning one of those escape rooms. So we'll finish it up here. When we get to, on my watch, 9:13, we're going to end that. Yeah, that's also going to give me a good chance to just pre-set up the rest of the quiz. And before we go into that quiz, I'm just going to read out some of the official rules, of course, that need to go along with this. So you guys are going to be in the runnings for the chance to win a double pass to the Night House, courtesy of Searchlight Pictures. And so to do that, all you have to do is subscribe to Rushcutter Entertainment here on YouTube and compete in our tournament, which is going to be happening in just a few minutes. Our official rules are: it is free to enter. The contest is open up until now, and August 13th only. The participants have to have a valid Gmail account to comment on the video on the contest, and the contestant with the most correct answers will be declared the winner and will be announced on the same day. If the winner has not followed the rules of the contest, they will be disqualified. So don't do that. The Quiz Arena leaderboard will be determined by the livereacting.com website. The winner must contact us to claim their prize. We will validate with the account holder with a keyword that they must edit into the winning comment. And that will just be at surgeons.of surgeons.horror@gmail.com that you can send that through to us if you are our winner. If the winner does not respond within 1 week, they will be disqualified and a new winner will be chosen. Any information collected will be used for the sole purpose of delivering the prize to the winner, and this contest is not sponsored by YouTube. We're solely responsible for the contest and delivering the prize to the winner. So if anything goes wrong or if you have any questions, please make sure that you contact us at surgeons.of.horror@gmail.com. Do not complain to YouTube. Complain to us. And also send us our love. So yes, that's all our official rules there and legitimate capacity. So hope you guys can play along with that whilst we come back to our guests. How are you guys happy after all of that?
And
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, 100%.
Good. So we're going to close the votes
We'll just
now.
go through those rules again. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we'll just go again. They're in Braille somewhere in your local town hall. So awesome. So let's see if I just jump over and we'll see what the poll has come up with. Cool. So we're going to close the poll now. Poll is closed. Awesome. So, the Underground Murder got 40%, the Expedition North Pole got 40%, and Detention got 20%. So, by the end of this quiz, we will decide which out of the Underground Murder or the Expedition North Pole virtual escape room we're going to be playing.
We're going to do North Pole.
I was about to say, that's the one that's, tinging me a bit more because it's like more the thing. It is the harder one to do. So they say there's a harder difficulty with it, but I think I'm okay
with escape rooms. I like escape rooms.
Yeah, exactly. If we get some of the surgeons on board, we'll nut it out.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Get Greer on board. It'll be fun.
I was about to say, we need to get Greer on board because she'll be able to work it out and fly us through it. Beautiful. So I'm just copying.
She'll organise us.
Yes.
She'll delegate and she'll organise.
Oh, happy for her too. Awesome. Okay, so have you guys seen Escape Room? Overthinker is asking us.
The first one or the second one? And the answer to that is yes.
Yes.
And
have you seen the second? The second one's just come out, right?
Yeah, I've seen the second one. Yeah.
I'll talk to you offline about that. I enjoyed the first one.
Yeah, the first one was alright.
I'm trying to read the expression on your face.
I'll be writing up a review of the second one using our formula, by the way, for the
cool. We got to talk about that. Yeah, sweet. Excellent.
This formula?
The sequel formula that we developed.
This one just brings things back from the dead.
Okay. Fair enough.
Also, what was it? Do you know in the H.P. Lovecraft stories, apparently it's alluded to that they're injecting it, or at least Herbert West is.
Yes.
In the beginning of it.
We see that in the third Reanimator film too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Groovious Maximilian. Okie day. So fantastic. So let's get ready into our quiz. What we'll do is, in fact, I'm just going to grab my brain just had a fart for a second there. I just had to grab this screen and layer it here, which is quiz screen. No, it is R4. There we are. Because it's round 4, ladies and gentlemen. I know, it's exciting. Yay. This is the round everyone's been playing along for. Okay, so yes, we are going to start in just a moment. I do apologize. Whilst I put that there. Good. So whilst that's up here, we'll scroll down and put that underneath the TV layer. Good. And lock you in position so you can't move anywhere. And then let's start the quiz. Good. Okie day. So, we're going to start it. We've got 2 minutes countdown. We're getting ready to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
And, so when we do hit into that, in fact, what I have prepared before we do this is I've got a little bit of another, they're called stingers, these little transitions that go from one camera to the next or one little scene to the next. And this is one I kind of like. So, let's go to this one. Yeah, then it just suddenly cuts. It just suddenly cuts and ends. Nice. Nice, eh?
Where was that photo of Saw from? That's awesome.
You liked it?
Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I ended up editing that and making it a bit more fun. So I just noticed as well that when I did that, it shut down the window. So we might have to keep it onto this screen if I can change the settings on that. But yeah, I've also got to make sure that sound comes down out of there. That music as well was from John English's rock opera Paris, which I was lucky enough to be in and played a drunk. Yeah, he played, what was it? I think it was Menelaus in that one. It was like one of the last sort of like films that he did, yeah. Why isn't it working? Why isn't it going up? It's always turning itself off. This is not fun. Okay.
Ooh. Yep.
Yay, after all that amazing intro.
Yeah, loud.
Yeah. Why isn't it starting? It started before.
I don't know.
Click the start button. It has been started.
So, Saul,
Yeah.
have you done your review of... Well, Richard's doing that. Have you done your review of Quiet Place 2 yet? Have you posted that yet?
No, because you wrote it.
Oh, because I wrote it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the viewers at home what you thought of A Quiet Place 2?
What did I say? I wrote something quite witty, I thought. I'm gonna look at my my letterbox. Hold on for a second. I'll look it up. Because I did write it on there, and I'll know what exactly I said. But yes, while I'm doing that in the interim, yeah, you originally wrote up the review way back when it was originally released, and I managed to watch it recently when it was released on Home Entertainment. And here we go. I gave it 3 stars. I said, I gotta say, I got a little bored in pieces with this one, which is a shame because its predecessor really caught my attention. The film had a lot to say about nothing. Ironic, really.
It whispered.
Yeah. I like the performances in it were great. I thought the performances. I just thought, maybe I'll put this out there, but maybe it was. It might be because I know that there was never meant to be a Quiet Place Part 2.
Yes,
And John Krasinski, the director and writer of the first film and of this one, openly admitted that, and I kind of get the feeling that you can tell.
Yeah, it's like The Matrix, man. Like The Matrix was never meant to be franchised. Otherwise, it wouldn't have made him Superman. So yeah.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I want to ask too. Now that you're wearing that mask on your face.
Oh yeah.
If you were going to hunt and slash and kill people with a machete, would you find that mask a hindrance?
Yeah.
Because how's your peripheral vision? It's just.
Oh, look, the eye holes are quite good actually. I mean, I can't probably see this bit here.
That's it. Yeah.
Right. So, but
because if somebody had the one, I mean, I know Jason's supernatural, but if somebody,
and he's got killer instincts.
Yeah, but if somebody had the killer instincts and a chainsaw and just decided to blindside you, I could go down. I think masks are really overrated.
I think the big one was, and I think we may have discussed this in one of our podcasts, but the prom night one was probably the most ridiculous one, because that's the whole, the thing, because you're right, it would fog up, and I know that now, even more so because now we're in COVID. And in lockdown, when I'm going out with a mask on, wearing my
glasses
or glasses, it just fogs up. I can't see anything. So I'm having to go out without my glasses on, which is a pain.
You walk into walls, which is hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, that's not different to what I used to do, though. Admittedly, I always walk forward. But I'm just walking into them more with style, I guess.
I saw recently Black Christmas on Netflix. Have you seen that?
Yes, I haven't seen that yet. Mr. Lovegrove went to see that and posted that too.
Oh, the remake.
Okay. Yeah, the remake. Yeah. What do you think of that, Richard?
Dog's balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very good at all.
Yeah, we had a chat about the original, didn't we? Richard,
yeah.
Right?
I really liked the original.
The original was really good.
Yeah.
Big fan of that one.
It's surprising how
But
it's.
I haven't seen the Blumhouse new version.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I never saw the original, but the Blumhouse version was like, okay.
Hmm.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, so I've worked things out. I don't know what it is. I think that it has to do with every time my computer starts up, certain programs like Steam, like Streamlabs, will say, "Welcome to a new computer." Like log in, and it's just like I've just restarted. So I think that it has something to do with that. Something is not communicating with Streamlabs purely because it's moved a place and something like that. So we're going to go old school, but you guys can still see the screen, and I can go in between. It may just mean that you have to play along on the unfortunate on the stream game, which is going to be available on this little link, which I'll post in the description. Over here.
Cool. All right.
So yeah,
Hold on.
I doubt it though. I'm pretty sure if you type it in here, it will register. But gotta love
YouTube.
when things go wrong and yeah, literally just because the computer's restarting itself. But it's working now, and we're 20
hold on.
seconds away from
Are
getting
we
into
playing
it.
in the YouTube link, or are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you
I think
send
playing
it-
by the YouTube link will guarantee that you'll be able to play along. So if you want to
Okay.
play that on your phone whilst watching this on a TV, that's how some people do it. But also, you can test it yourself. If you type in on this video, see if your thing is registered. Type it on both. Especially if you get it right. Only right answers are going to be recorded. So into it we go. Our first question. What was the name of the camp in the film Friday the 13th from 1980?
I know
What-
this one.
Was it
Oh, that's
1,
one.
Sleepaway Camp, 2, Carry On Camping, 3, Camp Crystal Lake, 4, Camp Nobi Bosco?
Camp Crystal Lake, number 3.
Camp Crystal Lake, you're saying? Nice. Nice.
I concur. What's
You concur?
Bosco? I
So-
concur, sir.
Camp Nobe Bosco.
Yeah.
Well done. Everybody's saying 3.
Nice. Awesome. Good. We're calculating the
Cool.
answers, so I'll be able to see who has got it right. Hopefully, we'll be able to see it registering up there. Now, who was the first to say? That was Saul, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Hey, nice. He got another point.
Woo!
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 Everybody struck your stuff.
Next question in
So, of
26
course,
seconds.
Sleepaway Camp is one that we've always referred to, which is always a lot of fun. All made with kids. But, of course, this was Camp Crystal Lake. You asked me what was Camp Nobi Bosco. Camp Nobi Bosco was where they filmed Friday the 13th. That was the name of the camp. Yeah, that was the name of the camp. And Carry On Camping was another guilty pleasure that I always love watching. Any of the...
Nice.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Cool. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, our next one. Complete the enchantment from the Necronomicon in the 2013 Evil Dead.
Someone
Kunda,
do this.
Estrata, something. Kanda. 1, Nikto. 2, Montose. 3, I'll swallow your soul. 4, Mortis.
I know this one.
I'm gonna let you go. I know it too, Ant, but you go because I'm a couple of points ahead.
Nikto.
Ooh. Are you sure?
Is it Nikto?
No, that was
Is it
last
Nikto?
week. Well, last week.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, last one. That was so. This one's from the 2013 remake Evil Dead, the like
Ah.
hard, like full-on one. This is yeah. So I
Oh,
was,
okay, so I got it wrong.
reconstructing the book, and I wanted to make it as film accurate as possible. And so this was something that I had to write underneath all the scratchings and make it so that you had to get it stenciled out.
Oh, okay.
So he stencils
Uh-oh.
these 4 words out, and
Okay.
the word that he gets starts with M.
Mortis.
Montos. Mortis?
Montose. Correct.
Montose.
Yes.
Oh.
And if I was a smarty pants, I would have looked up what Montose actually meant. But yeah, unfortunately, I thought it was only going to register the correct answers. I'm sorry. So yes, unfortunately, it's not Nikto. I'm sorry. It was Montose. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
got
should
caught
get
out
the
there
clip
too.
so that I can play it here, just so that you know I'm not lying. But
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. But you can look that clip up. Awesome. Our next one, as we go down.
2 seconds.
Yep. How many times did Christopher Lee play Dracula?
Saul knows this.
Yeah, this is a...
You should say, is it 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 4?
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
What? I don't actually know the answer, but I'm going to go with 10.
Nice. What
That's
leads you to
that's a
think it
good
was
round
10?
number.
Well, because I know he played Dracula, obviously for the Hammer films, and he did at least 7 of those.
Mhm.
He was also in Count Dracula, the Spanish film, and he's played Dracula at least off the top of my head another couple of times. So that's why I'm going with 10.
Nicely done. So yeah, you'd be thinking that he did 7 films for the Hammer Productions, once
Yeah.
for Jesse Franco's Count Dracula in 1970, and an uncredited in Jerry Lewis's One More Time in 1970, and Eduardo Molano's Dracula and Son from 1976. So yeah,
Well done.
nicely
Saul.
done.
I think one of the
I
times.
don't have my figurine. I don't have my figurine here.
Oh,
Oh,
I could
nerd.
have brought him out. My little mini Lee. Mini
You
Lee.
mini Lee.
Mini Lee,
yeah.
Lee, Lightly, Lee Light,
Mini Lily. Lilo.
Lilo.
So it's got-
Well done, 10.
Yeah, nicely done.
Did anyone get it right?
No.
I think everybody was waiting for you, Saul, to say
Yeah, I
it.
think
Oh my
everyone was waiting
God.
for him, yeah.
I was too slow, was I?
5, 4, 3, 2. Action.
Good. What is the chant from the Tom Browning's 1932 film Freaks?
I know this.
I don't know. But I want it to
I
be
know it.
number 4.
Is it 1, a rooster crows? Is it 2, join us? 3, one of us?
Makes sense.
4, fizzubble wiznits.
Can I say?
Fizz-
It makes sense. It makes sense to be 3.
One of us. One
It
of
makes
us.
sense to be 3, yeah.
Gooble
Well,
gobble,
what's-
gooble gobble.
What's Fitzwobble Widsnitz?
But I like the
Literally
I like
something
the rooster
that I came up
crows.
like Hergle, Burgle, Fernogle,
Uh-huh.
Burgle. So yeah, so you're all gonna say it's one of us. One
One
of
of us. One of us.
Oh, that's cool.
They actually say, we accept her, one of us, one of us. Gooble gobble, gooble gobble, one of us, one of us. That's the whole chant.
The whole chant.
Yeah, that's the
So
whole
it's
chant.
it's never played again, Sam, is it? It's never Elementary, my dear Watson.
No. Hey, nicely done.
Yeah.
One at a time. Let's got that one.
Yes.
Perfectly done.
Did very well.
And it
Did very
like,
well.
sad film, but also like horrific elements too. Like, as in that like final scene is like what they do to her. I mean, this is before Tusk, like, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a great film, and that was like 1932.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've looked it up now.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta
Also,
watch
next
it.
one. What is the name of the demon who possesses Reagan in The Exorcist? 1, Pazuzu.
Oh.
2,
I know this one.
Nija.
I know
3,
this one.
Set. 4, Apuch.
I'm gonna say
5
Pazuzu.
game. 7 match. Juice.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Pazuzu.
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 Yes. Do you know who
What
Pazuzu
does
is?
do?
No.
I'm behind on this. I think I'm slightly behind on my time.
He's
really?
the king god of the wind. Or the god of the king of the wind. Yeah. And if you look at the original writings by H.P. Lovecraft about the Necronomicon, the original version of the Necronomicon was called the Al-Azif, which literally means the heart, like the sound in the wind, like the whispers in the wind, the sound of the wind.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
a lot of the Necronomicon sort of elements and those sort of demons seem to have a very like air-based sort of wispy thing. If not, of course, you've got the other elements with the water and stuff. Yeah.
Is that how they possess you? You hear whisper, you go crazy.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. The cosmic horrors and everything. Nice. And we got one of the timeless and overthinker. Both got Pazuzu.
Well done,
Nice.
guys.
Well done, well done.
Nicely done. Which of the 13 ghosts in the 2001 film would most likely pose the least threat? 1, the torso. 2, the jackal. 3, the torn prince. 4, the firstborn son.
I saw the film once and I completely forgot about it.
Do you remember any of the ghosts?
It's set in a house full of glass, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
and on the walls are all these
yeah.
incantations and stuff like that.
I have no idea,
don't
but I'm going to go
know.
with the Torn Prince because I don't know.
Torn Prince.
Yeah,
So,
I'll say that.
so the Torn Prince was he died in a car accident and he has a baseball bat. The firstborn son died in an accident with a steel arrow going through the back of his head, and he has a little tomahawk. He runs around with that. The jackal was an insane person who literally ate the face off people, and they had to put a cage on his head. And the torso was a man who was a gambler who ended up getting cut up and put into a bag and thrown to the bottom of the river. So
That's why everybody's saying number one.
Yeah, the torso.
Oh, well done, guys.
There you go.
As in, if you look at it and you think he's also one of the only non-malevolent spirits when you look at his backstory.
Oh, okay.
Cool. There you go.
Nicely done.
Well done.
Well done. I'm presuming they got that right, yeah?
Yes, one of the
Yes, they all
times
got
got
it
that
right. Yeah, they
right.
did.
One of the times knocking out of the park again.
Well, there you go. So I've
Come on,
only just
guys.
seen the results now.
You can.
Overthink could put it as well.
What's that?
Overthinker's got it as well, but was he too late? Oh no, Overthinker said 4. Oh, weird.
How does Owen Wilson, meet his demise in The Haunting in 1999? 1, a stone lion head. 2, he gets pruned. 3, impaled by the bed. Or 4, falls from the tower. Again, defenestration.
A giant stone lion head smashes him right into a fireplace.
Yeah,
Wow.
it takes his head off, takes it clean off.
Yeah.
From his body, separates it
Yeah.
off. And
that
that,
goes, wow.
yeah, that's it. It's like a chimney flue cleaner.
It is.
Yeah,
Giant flue cleaner.
I tried to look it up, and I haven't been able to find exactly what it is or called, but it's like a chain that runs halfway up, and it literally just agitates the
Cleans
image.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So everyone's got in there.
I saw that film, and I think CGI was really becoming a big thing, and it was such an over CGI film.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, too, if you look at we were talking about acting before there, and you see a lot of the takes where, like, this shot, his head gets clean off, and Liam Neeson's reaction is, it's almost like disappointment. And I really get the sense that the direction was off in this because they just didn't know, okay, this is what's, like, going into this shot and coming out of it. And a good director is usually quite good at that, just going, okay, this is what's just happened. Usually after the first take, if they haven't seen it, they'll jump in there and, do a good thing.
Or maybe he was just disappointed.
Well,
yeah, he could have just been disappointed.
I think that's a problem. Actually, from a filmmaking point of view, when you use new technology, the first thing that goes out the window is performance storytelling.
Yeah,
they're still trying to get their head around as to how the shots are going to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's such an over CGI film.
Totally.
Just
One
not
of the
scary.
timeless
Not
and
scary.
Overthinker got that as well. Our next question, In the Mummy with Brendan Fraser. What is the mummy's weakness? 1, cats.
Sarcasm.
2, sand. 3, scarab beetles. 4, water.
5,
We know this one. What?
dildo.
Dildos. Again.
It's not number 1.
Again,
number 1. Yeah?
it's one. It's one.
1. Nicely done.
Yeah.
It's dildo-shaped cats.
Yeah. I'm reading. I shouldn't announce what the answer is when we have 5 seconds left on the clock. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
wait.
Yeah, I've got to
Yeah,
wait.
dude.
I've got to wait. I'm having too much fun. Good. So sweet. So yeah. Why do you
He
guys remember
brandishes
that?
a cat.
What was
He
it?
brandishes a cat.
Cool.
Brendan Fraser says, "Look at this, and then the guy goes,
Do you know the reasoning behind it? What are cats' relevance in Egypt?
They are defenders or the gatekeepers of the afterlife or some shit."
Yeah. There's a specific god that's based around fertility.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bast. B-A-S-T.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say ISIS.
Oh yes, no,
And
of
let's
course.
face it, the mummy was a virgin, so
My head went straight to the bad thing, then it went to Archer,
Yeah, it did,
then it went
yeah.
to Egyptian. Yeah,
Yeah, and then your mouth just didn't say it out loud on there.
exactly.
Online.
Yeah. Okay, what is
Okay,
the
here we go.
item included in the portrait of Dorian Gray from the 1943 film with Hurd Hatfield?
Ooh.
1, a bust statue. 2, a mirror. 3, a wristwatch. Or 4, the Voynich manuscript.
Man, I'm gonna go with man, I don't actually know. I'm gonna go with wristwatch.
A wristwatch.
In 1943.
Could
Sure,
be a fob.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
Wait, when was Ben-Hur
No.
made?
Oh yeah, because he had a wristwatch, didn't he?
Yeah,
In that
because
film.
that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking as well. I think
50
that was
something?
in the 40s. Okay, cool. Well, it's run out of time now, and I will of
Oh,
course
is it?
mention I gave it away with the last one, and I'm so glad that you guys didn't end up getting the hint. But it was, of course, a bust statue. So he has a statue of Bast next to him. It's about 30 centimeters tall. In fact,
there you go.
I'll go and get one. I'll show you.
Well, you better be quick. Time's a ticking.
He's wearing. Oh yeah, that's true. You've got 30 seconds less than.
So how do we fill the void?
Oh, he's back.
That's a bast statue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
The pretty little kitty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I'll put that in there so that we can steal
Wait, hold
your
on.
soul.
Is that a cat? Don't show that to the mummy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it,
don't.
yeah. Mummy,
Okay.
Mummy. Oh, darling.
I've got the most beautiful mother. What is the antagonist in the 1988 horror film Pulse? 1. Blood. 2. Sound or sonic waves. 3. Electricity. 4. The machine that goes ping.
4.
Bring me the machine that goes bing.
Machine that goes ping.
I'm
Goes
gonna
under
say
the something account.
3. Is it 3?
2. I don't know.
1. Go.
Oh, it might be 1. It could be 1. No, 2. I go 2. I don't know.
You could go sound or sonic waves.
The machine that goes ping. Oh, great.
Machine that
Python.
goes ping was, of course, from The Meaning of Life.
Life, yes.
I literally just did that because the whole sound and everything like that. Sound was to throw you off. That's why I put the slash in there. Blood, no, it was electricity. This is a film that I've mentioned a couple of times.
Saul.
Yeah, and I've got wrong because I thought that it had a young Kurt Russell or something in it, but I was very wrong about that.
Oh.
Based on the J horror flick Cairo.
Really?
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Nice. Nice. Cool. Very, very cool. Awesome. Well, we've got people in there. Overthinker got it. Electricity. Nicely done.
Well done. Well done.
Yay. So that's very well done, and we'll be seeing our tallied scores in just a second. Hey, we got our 2 winners, being One of the Timeless and Overthinker. One of the Timeless got 7 correct answers, and Overthinker 101 got 5 correct answers. Fantastic.
Well done.
Congratulations,
Well done, guys.
Well done, guys.
Yeah. Awesome work. Fantastic. Well, because there was the 2 of you there, and because you've come very, very close and winning it, I wouldn't hesitate to say, why don't we give them each a double pass to see the Night House?
Why not?
Yay! I think that's fair.
Exactly, yeah, I think that sounds like a good sort of thing. So if you guys would like to
Share the gold medal.
send us an email at surgeons.of.horror@gmail.com. We'll get in contact with you guys, give you the keyword, get you to comment that down the video, and yeah, you guys will be able to use those free passes on the 20th of August to see the Night House, care of
Nice.
Searchlight Pictures. So congratulations, guys! Yay!
Yeah, well done, guys. Thanks for
Well,
playing.
That's really cool.
Well,
And thanks also to Searchlight Pictures for allowing us to give that one away as well. That's awesome.
Thank you, Searchlight.
Yes, thank you, Searchlight.
Rocked.
And regardless, it looks like a fantastic film. I'm keen to
It's
see
awesome.
it because
I can't wait to see it, actually.
yeah,
It's good.
yeah. And the actress in it as well is
Rebecca Hall.
yeah. Now she was in Iron Man 2 or something, or Iron Man 3, I think. That's where I'm remembering her.
Right.
Her part got cut down a lot because she
Yeah.
she deserved a lot bigger role.
I felt
Yeah.
like that because she seemed like she had such good chops. She was such
She's
a good
very
actor.
good.
Why cast her in such a small role?
Yeah, that's what her agent said afterwards.
Yeah.
It got
Well, that's
slashed down a fair bit.
like we were talking about before with, what was it, The Land Before Time? Oh, I think it was before you guys came on. I was talking about The Land Before Time, and I recently saw a documentary with Don Bluth about the deleted scenes from that and how that had to change. And apparently, at one stage, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg came in, and after they had animated and literally edited part of the film, they had cut that out of the film, and that's something they usually do in the storyboarding process. So that was just another editing thing that even in animation, it's the artwork is so versatile, it has to be constantly changed at any point that, yeah, a lot of the time if you're writing something, I think university professors tell a lot of people you've got to kill your baby, because you might come up with a great idea that you think is so brilliant, but it might just get torn apart by the producers trying to sell something or put their Subway sandwiches in there or something.
Yeah,
So she was also in Dorian Gray, the 2009 film as well.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah,
there
because
you
that
go.
was
She's
a
in-
good one.
What was that film where she kills herself? Based on the journalist who shot herself on TV. She's in that one as well.
Oh, really? I didn't know they made a movie about that.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. She plays the woman who does it.
Yeah.
And it's quite. Yeah, I mean it's good. It's really good. She
Yeah,
pulls
because
it
I've
off.
seen the video of that. It's like the Bud Dwyer one as well. It's going down a dark path. But that would be a really interesting thing because she seems like she is someone who's quite underrated. And I'm surprised we haven't seen her in more things. So it's good to see that she's being given the lead in this. We're almost getting a little bit of like Invisible Man sort of vibes, as in that sort of
Yeah.
yeah. We don't see a monster. We don't necessarily know what the monster is yet. But that's intriguing enough to keep us on board.
The film's called Christine. Is that right?
Vicky, yeah.
Christine, yeah.
What year are we looking at? It's Christine.
2016.
Yes, it is. Christine Chubbuck. Her name is Christine Chubbuck.
Who struggles
Yes, Christine
with
Chubbuck
depression.
shot herself.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
and she shot herself on air.
Yeah.
But I mean, you haven't seen it, have you, Richard? Nobody's, because apparently the videotape of the footage is locked away, so it's not even online, as far as I know.
Well, when I'm saying that, I remember seeing video footage of her, and it was the night. I don't think I saw the actual.
The actual act.
No,
yeah.
not like the Bud Dwyer one. Yeah, you get to see everything, but
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I think it was either still frames or it was video up and. I'm pretty sure it was video up until a point that they cut it. But you could.
Yeah.
But the important reason why I say that isn't because of anything macabre. Who knows? It could be. But I want to see what's happening behind their eyes. I want to see what they're thinking, what the panic is. Whatever that is. Not because it's their last moments. I want to see what is making them think that that's the only way out. And not meaning to go down a dark way. It's just purely a part of psychology that I think has been left over since studying acting from such a young age. It was something
I was about to say,
Yeah.
that was a very actor thing to say.
Yeah, because we're constantly looking at justifying any role that we're doing, not from a moralistic sense, but just literally trying to portray it. And so within that, we find the psychology and motivation really interesting. And so, so I don't... sorry about that.
It's a good film. Go see it.
Yeah.
And she does it good justice, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, cool. Sweet. So, fantastic out there. I hope you guys have had a brilliant Friday the 13th. And thank you so much for joining us and playing along with us here. Congratulations.
Who won out of Antonai, by the way?
Sorry?
Who won out of Antonai?
Well,
I think it's you, Saul, isn't it? Yeah.
well, if we've got down there, it looks like you're both tied.
Okay.
Both on 6.
We share the gold medal.
Yeah, so you get to share the gold medal there.
Share the gold medal.
Yeah, if anything, we'll let...
Well done, Ant. Well
Yeah,
done.
exactly.
Yeah, you do well on, sir.
Yeah, because
Hey, good stuff.
after that brain surgery and not in the top forms, I don't think, and my computer constantly messing everything up. So yeah, but Dan, it just makes you want to come back and fight for another chance, doesn't it? And if you come back,
It does. Oh yeah.
yeah, exactly. So hopefully we'll be able to get some of the other surgeons on here, and we hopefully will be having some special guests coming on in the future to ask us some questions and things. One of the people that we were hoping to reach out to, and luckily who got in touch with us, with Belle Delia, who was, of course, the lead character in the 2011 film The Tunnel. If you haven't seen that, it's a fantastic Australian found footage horror film. Yeah.
Enzo Tedeschi, good friend of ours.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And she is going to be asking us some questions, hopefully, on our next Quiz Arena, and possibly even coming on as another guest contestant to play along with us on another night. But they have a campaign that's happening at the moment, Belle's campaign for Violet, which is a film that's happening at the moment. I'm going to share a link with you guys now so that you guys can all jump over there and check it out. She has I think it's an Indiegogo campaign or a GoFundMe campaign that you can jump over there and get some perks for the people who donate their funds to that, and there's great rewards. But yes, so check that out. It's a fantastic cause to get involved with, and we're so happy and so lucky for the chance that she's come on board and able to give us some questions. So we really do want you guys to get out there and support local film. Film anywhere, and independent filmmakers need the chance to explore, and not just in the horror genre, but in all genres. So independent films, now that we have the technology, I think it's a chance that you can become an executive producer, or you can be involved directly in that creative process if never you have been before. So jump onto these campaigns, Indiegogo and GoFundMe, but of course check out Violet from Belle Delia, which is fantastic there.
Oh,
awesome.
Very cool.
Whilst I do that, did you want to just give us a little outro whilst I find that link?
yeah. What should we talk about? Let's
Stuff.
see. Stuff. Oh, I tell you what, I
What do you
was
guys got
saying.
coming up?
What podcast's coming up? So
Yeah.
The next podcast, yeah, should be if I get my butt into gear tomorrow night. I say that and I haven't done it yet, but should be our podcast on House by the Cemetery with Mr. Lovegrove and I delving into that one.
yay!
Yeah.
A Lucio Fulci film. So hopefully, I'll try and get that one out the door for sometime on the 14th.
And just to mention as well to all you crazy cats out there and horror movie film lovers, you can get early pass to see the video of that podcast that we do as a live stream if you go to our Patreon account and sign up to I think it's the $5 stimulus package. But there are a bunch of different packages there, and you can even join and become a full member with the Surgeons of Horror, in which case you'll get shout-outs and you even have the chance of getting sent some merch from us. So, yeah, get on over there, and the more support you give us, the more fantastic and amazing opportunities we'll be able to give to you, and the more fantastic sponsors we'll be able to get incorporated. But also, too, the more celebrities are going to want to get involved. We really want to try Sam Neill's wine.
Nice.
So, but yeah, it gives you the chance as well to get that that content that is exclusive and you can't get anywhere else but on our Patreon. So, follow that link, and it should be in our description below, for that. Groovy.
Cool.
Yeah.
And if you're still setting up, I'm currently undertaking the 100 Films in 92 Days Horror Challenge, especially from August the 1st to October the 31st. Thanks to Spooky Sarah Says, who kind of came up with that concept. And I've jumped on that one too. So I'm currently, 14 films in. My movie tonight is going to be Never Hike Alone, which is a fan-made Friday the 13th feature film. So I'm kind of looking forward to check that one out.
Sweet. That does sound good. Awesome, cool. So I've just put the link to the Indiegogo campaign into the chat there. I'm also going to include it into the description as well, so that you guys can check it out there.
Cool.
But yeah, it's a fantastic chance. It's not going for too much longer. I think it's coming to the end of its days, closing up soon. But it's a great chance to support some fantastic filmmakers, and we're looking forward to getting her as a special guest, asking us some quiz questions for you guys out there. And we hope that you guys as well can share this around, tell your friends, get them to jump on board. And we want to make this a regular thing and get some more segments happening. Our next date, I did write down, but I have since moved my piece of paper. So do you remember when
Wednesday the 18th.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so our next one is going to be on the 18th. Yes. That's going to be our next Quiz Arena, so make sure you jump on board and play along with that. Now, one of the things that did work this time was the link to the live stream, which I was able to organize before. If I share that link, you should be able to join that, and as long as you have joined that, whenever I come online, you'll automatically be notified and joined with that. And I'll try in the interim to hopefully get this thing working with that wasn't working because I lost 8 credits on that. But I'll be talking to them to see if I can work out what's going on. But thank you guys so much. I cannot extend enough gratitude to both yourself, Saul, and to Ant for helping this out on making another Quiz Arena so special and amazing. Thank you, Overthinker, and thank you, One of the Timeless, and everybody else who was out there and watched our live stream and contributed and got typing in there. We want to see all you guys interacting a little bit more. It was a little bit rushed, this episode, just because chaos ensues, as it does usually. But hopefully it'll be a little bit smoother next time. But until then, I just want to again thank you, Saul, and thank you, Ant. Thank you so much.
No worries.
you
Thank
very
you.
much.
That was fun.
Yeah, always fun.
Always
And
fun.
just before we leave, we'll give you this outro again. Of course, made by the illustrious Lux Voco. Michael Smart Lux Voco does all different types of creating music, creating visual elements, 3D elements. He's a whiz at everything Blender-based and 3D models-based. So check out his stuff on Instagram. And he, of course, did the music and the logo that you'll be seeing here. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye. Yay.
Oh my god.
Well done, guys.